forehead down to the side.
Oh man.
And so it was as if that cat just did a fucking single finger, like,
Yeah.
this is a sign. Don't take my bed, bitch.
Yeah, he gave you the what's the James Bond villain?
Oh fuck.
He gave you the Doctor Evil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, that's
I
what it
was
always
trying to think
boils
of
down to.
the actual one, and it's like the cat gave you the Doctor Evil scratch.
Yeah, cat
That's
scratch
cool.
fever, so to speak.
Oh yeah, turns out quite a few people in positions of wealth and power have cat scratch fever on
Bam, bam, bam,
on that
bam,
island.
bam.
That was isn't that funny to think about that? Like before Epstein, before we were like made aware of Epstein, it was just that every rock and roll, every rocker was doing that. It was like they weren't even no one even owned an island. They weren't going to an island in the middle of the ocean. They were just
Nah.
going to like Cincinnati.
And literally calling the parents, going, "Hey, you cool signing off on this? I'm gonna date your 16-year-old daughter."
Yeah,
And they go, "Wow, Mr. Ted Nugent, please and thank you.
yeah.
Have our daughter, please."
Anthony Kiedis was in like Bakersfield, and he just was like,
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
teenage
look at
girls
this now.
show up. Yeah, they were all and then but then all of a sudden it's something we it was always something. It was always a problem. I mean, it was never good, but it's just odd how it was like it was known and almost kind of celebrated when like Led Zeppelin and Ted Nugent, Chili Pepper, all these guys were like you go touring and groupies were coming in and they were having their way with them.
14.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing that gets me about all of this is when they say the age, it's like 13, 14, and
That's
I'm
how
not a
old my kid
pedophile.
literally is. That's what's terrifying. My kid
Yeah,
is literally that
I'm
old.
not a pedophile.
Thank you.
We'll say I'll put that out there right now.
Thank you
I'll
for your
say this.
service.
Yeah, I'm not a pedophile, and so I can observe things with like an adult. I'm an adult who's attracted to grown women. That perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
That when like a 13-year-old looks like a baby.
Right.
Like they're not. It's not like it's not like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, like that kind of teenager. It's not like Phoebe Cates getting out of the swimming pool with her titties out. It's literally just like a little girl.
Yeah, 7th grade horse girl.
Yeah, she's got acne. If she has,
Steven Tyler go, wow.
yeah, if she has breasts, they're little bug bites. It's not even like this is such an uncomfortable. I shouldn't even. She's so gross. But it's what I mean. It's just like when you hear these stories of like Epstein and all these rock stars, anybody who's like when it comes out that the age was like 13, 14, it doesn't even. It's like what do you? Yeah, you are that is a child. That's like a little baby, dude.
And so these things come in waves because then of the 2000s, now we have a lot of like the pop punk band. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Connor. All the like pop punk bands that fell into the same shit of just grooming kids, and it's like I don't know. It's just like there's something broken.
Now, grooming is one of those things where it's like if you see a 13-year-old and you go, "I'm not attracted to you yet, but I see potential." You know what I mean? Where it's like we gotta let this one ripen on the vine. We gotta, oak barrel age this one before.
If the Epstein list has taught us anything, is just like just any level of celebrity at this point, you got some dirty. You got some skeletons in that closet, man. There's a certain echelon of wealth.
Dude, it's all because I guess everything is Mr. Brownstone. You know, it's like I used to do a little and do is got my own. So it's imagine if you're in a position, because you know how it goes. Like if you be like just like with like Vice, any vices or anything that you like you do, you know, as you over time, as you do the thing more and more, you do build a tolerance and become more and more desensitized to it. So you need to like ramp it up. You know, it's like the first time you get high, just a little hit off a doobie gets you stoned. But then you keep smoking weed, and then you become one of these guys who's got the dabs and the edibles, and and it takes like so much. You have to start doing science to get high.
Yeah, and then you gotta go. Well, maybe I'll take a tea break here. You know.
Yeah, you take a tea break.
give myself a break. You know, give it a week just so I can feel again.
Yeah, but so man, like that's like anybody who's like who's like rich and famous and powerful and influential, they've had access to just like everything, like all the delights that this world has to offer. And I suppose like if it's if you got somebody who is like that, who has never practiced like the discipline to limit themselves or moderate themselves with like the things they enjoy, they become like desensitized to joy. And then what's required to for them to feel joy, I guess, is being a pedophile. That they
just breaking through that ceiling of like,
they blow out all the reward centers in their brain over the years just by like, because everything is like given to them. They just have they're able to get everything that feels good all the time, and then eventually they hit that like, what's the last frontier? Like what is the final?
So are you saying that
break through
the autistic Indian men on that Chris Hansen show, they just do it for the love of the game?
I guess. Well, I guess there's people who I think it's like Teddy Roosevelt once said, some men are born pedophiles, others have pedophilia thrust upon them, or something like that. Some men are born pedophiles, others become pedophiles, and some men have pedophilia thrust upon them. And so I guess like those guys that you see on those like YouTube channels where they go, confront them at like Target or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you like talking to 13-year-olds?" Those guys are just boring pedophiles, I think.
Yeah.
But then if you're like, who's one of the celebrities that was on the, like, Chris Tucker, I guess. I saw that. Like,
hey man.
Yeah, Rush Hour just came out. You're on top of the world, dude. You're Chris Tucker. Fifth Element. Friday, yeah. It's like I'm Chris motherfucking Tucker. Everybody understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Then that guy's been like, had access to all the incredible hot dripping wet sniz he wants, in drugs and partying and all of it. And then eventually, he's in kind of a hell of his own design where now none of this is like making him happy anymore. All the rush hour reward, he's just sitting there surrounded by beautiful adult women and cocaine and all of it. And he's just like, man, I don't even feel nothing no more. What is this life anymore?
And so then fate has it.
He feels so
financier.
empty.
Meets a financier named Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he's like, who's a Jewish man that we was talking to the other day? Get him on the phone. And then and so that's a guy who he became a pedophile, because of he just overindulged and then needed a stronger hit. You know what I'm saying? And then there's, and then there's like other, I guess, yeah, there are some guys who were cajoled into going to the island, who were like, found themselves in a position of maybe, there's no sacred cows for me except for my wife. So it's like, I don't need to continue to hold Noam Chomsky in any high regard. He's a pedophile. He's great. He's a bad man.
Right.
But I wonder if he was like, what is the circumstance that he was brought to that? Became a cohort of Jeffrey Epstein. Like, is he
also Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, it might have been he might have been like, it might have been thrust upon him.
You would have to be.
Yeah, he's
Thank
like,
you.
Yeah, he's just like,
I don't want this.
He's like, yeah, I've studied all the secrets of the universe. There is nothing. There is no moral consequence for any of this.
Give me boy butt.
The center of a black hole is a boy's ass. Something like that. But
that's his book.
I was raised good Christian boy and I was taught morals. I was taught virtue, and at a very young age was told don't ever be a pedophile.
And you said, you know what? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and they were like, now it's not something you have to worry about right now because it's impossible. I guess there's like no way because you're a child yourself. So try to make the most of this because this is the only time you're going to be able to,
lust after Amanda Bynes in 1997.
Yeah, and I sometimes I do feel like a pang of like regret or what loss that at no point in my youth did I get to taste of that fruit, so to speak.
Just age appropriate at 13.
Yeah, just like I remember being in high school and definitely looking at all the girls I was in high school with and thinking like, man, I would love for any of these girls to give me smooches and I want to do things with them. But I was just honestly, I was too scared to talk to them. I was just like, yeah, in those days, I was like, that was just, I guess, due to my own failings, my own like inhibitions that I never really approached anybody. Like I can't even say that I didn't get laid in high school because I was a loser or nothing. I was genuinely just like mortified at even talking to a girl.
Or you were studying the blade. That's a good excuse.
Yeah,
no, I wasn't scared. I was just studying the blade.
Yeah, I was playing Final Fantasy and just spending a lot of time by myself, and I don't know. I just
honestly, in another universe, I'd be Vegeta and I would be Bulma. I don't need a girlfriend. It was fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit anyway.
Yeah. And sometimes I feel like that kind of held back my like development socially. Because then I go to like I went to college and was still like really scared to talk to girls. And I was like, I thought this was supposed to be like the time when you shed your skin from high school.
This is supposed to be my renaissance.
Yeah, but no. All that ended up happening in college was like I had access to the dining hall, so I gained a bunch of weight because I was just like at 2-3 in the morning every night.
Like, yes, Wendy's.
Yeah, I was swiping my card to go in the dining hall and eating like a bunch of 3 a.m. cheeseburgers and drinking chocolate milk and stuff in my so the like that they call it the freshman 15, but mine was like a freshman 50. I just like ballooned and then just spent the next like I was in college a total of 6 years for my bachelor's. Just also like very withdrawn and scared, you know. And then
But then
yeah, I
you
don't,
broke out.
yeah, I don't think I like talked to a girl till I was like 25.
You were like that. I see it pop up here and there of that monk that technically lived his entire life never seeing a woman.
Yeah, which honestly is a life of peace because like women be driving you crazy, dude.
Hey,
Dude, I know
I
so
mean,
many guys who you know, have like made that a priority in their life is like getting girls, and then like because they have like some built-in I don't know if it's like a pressure, like some sort of a something they like this pressure they impose upon themselves, like this that they have to get married, you know. And so I've known so many guys who got married young, and now that we're all in our 30s, they're just miserable. Like if they like, but you know now they're either divorced or getting divorced, and they have children they have to like figure out how to take care of with that. So they're getting divorced, they have child support, they're um they're just sad, they're sad now. But I guess I mean I don't know. It's like I'm also sad and I never got married, so who knows? Who knows? There is no like
there's no winners here.
yeah, I guess there's no like right like correct path in life. We're all just trying to work our way up
No.
the mountain.
Also, are you hearing the amount of crazy sirens happening behind me right now?
No.
Oh, dude, my filter's great.
I was wondering like you because you seem a little distracted. I was wondering what was going on.
Oh yeah, brother. So the benefits of living in a small town is it's a volunteer fire department. So the the actual fire department itself is literally across the alley. So when even if it's not a fire emergency, they just have to have first responders there. The town's siren just goes off and it's like silent fucking hill.
Okay.
And because we're so close, it like pretty much shakes this apartment. So I'm just like locked in on your story, but then at the same time, what?
Okay.
Yes.
I was worried because yeah, I don't hear nothing.
I was
seemed,
honestly in hell for about
yeah,
30
you
seconds.
seemed
Dude.
like kind of distracted. I was like, something. What's going on?
No, you can
Okay.
really hear it now.
I love the sounds of I love town sounds.
See, I
Sounds
do
of town.
too, but my ADHD doesn't when I'm locked in on a story. I'm like,
Yeah, when I was living in the city, because there's so much noise in the Big Apple. It became like white noise for me. Just the sounds of like sirens and cars driving by, trains, bottles breaking, black
yes,
people
the old
fighting.
Manhattan wind chimes.
Yeah, just the sounds of like black people being like, you motherfucker, man, fuck you,
Bop,
shit."
bop, bop.
Yeah, and then I was just doing
with the little fucking floppy hat, just
yeah, I had a floppy
floating up with
hat.
every snore.
Yeah, I'd go up to the window with a little dish with a candle on it and be like, "There they are.
Ooh,
The
what's
Negroes are
happening up
arguing
here?
with each other."
Ooh, there's a Puerto Rican this time.
Yeah, dude. Oh, by the way, something came across my desk right before this. This is big. This is big white guy news. This is good. This is good for big news for us white rock and roll boys. Did you see this? May 1st,
May 1st.
new LP from American football.
I did see this, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I figured you saw it.
Oh yeah, it came across my desk earlier. And the us Midwest emo alumni.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, yet another self-titled record. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, white boys everywhere sat upright in bed at 4 p.m.
Twinkle guitar. Indiana. What?
Yeah, that was a yeah, that's big for sad fat white men.
Dude, it's a big year.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
it's a Chinese New Year. We're
good.
here.
Good things are already happening. Yeah, for this year. That
The doughy sad boys.
yeah,
We're on the rise.
because they said that there was going to be like another wave, like what, like this would be like what, the fourth wave of emo.
Dude, there's been so many. We had a fucking Noah's Ark in the Wisconsin Dells and playing in the wave pool because there's too many waves.
Yeah, there's a lot of waves, but I keep hearing about some like a new wave coming for emo music, and it does look like the announcement of a new American football album portends further emo goings on.
Got to keep the franchise alive.
Blood Brothers is back together. They got back together like a year or two ago. And they've been touring.
Oh, dude,
Um,
it wasn't them, but I saw that another tour got announced. It was Dance Gavin Dance and Horse the Band.
Hey, it's the year of the horse.
But
Yeah,
2006 it's on its way back. 20 years later.
this might be your year, dude. Rock and roll might be coming back. Everything is cyclical, you know, and so
very much so.
rock died in I guess like what is it for the last several years? I guess it's been like mostly rap has been like the dominant music.
A lot of country music.
Like, oh yeah, country is recession proof. Country survives no matter what, I think, because there's always like these huge swaths of the country that love country. That like the like country for whatever reason has always been this genre that's always had like the people that listen to country are loyal, they're devout, and they've always like gone to Walmart to buy the CDs. So country's just always had like this weird staying power.
Gotta tap into that formula, man. We gotta bring back what the YNs have been calling for on YouTube, saying, now why come white boys ain't sang like this anymore? And then they put on All American Rejects.
Oh, that was yes, All American Rejects did that house tour or whatever. They're going to like people's houses.
You know,
it was sick.
They called, they answered, and yes, they did look like shit. They look old.
The concerts look fun though.
Oh, the concerts look great.
Yeah, they look cool.
There's a lot of like MySpace era bands doing that right now. Like I saw like for like were you familiar with the When We Were Young festival that happened in Vegas?
Oh yeah, that's like an emo thing.
It's a big old emo thing, and a lot of those bands from 2005. A lot of them, what they did was they did pre-shows, and they played a house. It was like a basement show, and so you had like Silverstein and Chiodos and like
hell yeah,
just every MySpace core band, and it just came across my desk on TikTok while on the shitter, and I just like instantly got thrown back into like PTSD. It used to be a better time.
Yeah.
That's how they get the money, dude.
Yeah, that's always made me sad though. Like, because I've been just by happenstance, I've been to an emo night, but not because I was trying to go to one. It just was like, I found myself at an emo night because I was I was a man, I was an adult man drinking at a bar.
Yeah,
and an emo night broke out.
And
I was just like, man, because I'm of the mind that like you can never, you just can't go back. It's like it happened, it's done. The past is it's a memory. It doesn't exist. It's abstract. It doesn't even exist anymore. And so any attempts to reclaim it are futile and only reopen the wounds. You know what I mean?
Well,
and that was like my experience with it, is like being surrounded by a bunch of like fellow millennials, and I'm like, oh, hey guys, we're not in high school anymore. This like
shut up, we're gonna listen to Saosin. Chill.
Yeah. I'm like, I guess it's like fun to put this music on when you're in the car sometimes, but trying to like this desperate attempt to I don't know, stay in that time or to recapture it is, I feel like is only going to cause us more pain.
Are you sitting in my therapy sessions, dude? This is a little well,
because I don't know, I've done it. I've sat there listening to music from when I was a kid. Like earlier today, I was listening to fucking Corn. And I just was and it's like that feeling, and maybe it's just the feeling of nostalgia, but the feeling I got just made me sad. I just was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll never be that age again.
I think there's a lot of that, but I think a lot of things for me nowadays, because I mean, nostalgia's a bitch, period. Like it can be very fickle, where like it is nice to like, oh man, no, that record was really good, but then there's also that like traumatized adult where you're like, life sucks. And I remember being 17 and it was slightly more sick because I had less responsibilities, so then you start yearning for that. But then but what happened, I think recently, I just kind of have now broken through moderation, where it's like, give a couple spins to an old record and be like, oh dude, this was great, and then just leave it there. And then go put on a YouTube 8-hour long video of soundscape.
An AI generated soundscape.
Yeah, and go, okay, palette cleanser. Yes. All right.
Yeah. So I try to as much as I can try to live in the here and now, especially because I've seen that like my whole life was, because my growing up, my mom has always been stuck in like the 80s, and so she's still just listening to the same the hits of the 80s. And I mean, first off, that music sucks, and it may just be like due to overexposure. I don't know, because she's listened to them so much over.
Yeah, you're desensitized to Journey at this point,
dude. I'm always astounded when that song comes on, when Don't Stop Believing comes on, and my mom and all of her sisters really start vibing. I go, you guys ain't fucking sick of this shit? You guys haven't heard this enough? Like, I'd be happy never hearing this again. But they're all like, I've asked my mom about it, and she goes, well, it just reminds me of like my childhood. And I go, well, your childhood sucked. I've heard the stories. It doesn't sound like it was any good.
I've heard the lore drop.
Yeah,
the shit was terrible.
Yeah, I've met my granddad. He was a piece of shit, and he beat up your mom. It sounds like what was happening back then is while Don't Stop Believing was playing, my grandfather was physically abusing my grandmother. And maybe this song was your only retreat from the violence. I don't know.
This is a trauma response. Steve Perry is a trauma response.
But it doesn't sound like when it's like, oh, it reminds me of being a kid. I go, yeah, but that time sucked for you. I don't even understand. Like, this takes you back to a time when your family had no money, and my granddad was beating up my grandma.
Now, I will say let me paint you a picture, if I may. There is one classic rock song it's considered classic rock. That when it is played, I almost get like envious nostalgia, because it's like I can witness an old boomer, former like biker guy, hearing it and tearing up a little bit. But it's with Boston's More Than a Feeling comes on.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just kind of like, brother, I feel you. Like, just seeing him, like when Brad Delp hits that high note, that matches
that era is a little bit better. Like when you listen to like those hits radio say the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
Yeah.
I guess like the 70s is a little bit better than, because like so much of that 80s music is just like, I don't know, something about that particular sound I always found so grating. Maybe it's like the overuse of like, because they all got their hands on like synths, this new
Oh
technology.
yeah, they were so excited for the new
They were
tech.
hitting
They're
so
like,
hard on I don't know what it is about like that particular sound, but like a lot of that 80s music I don't care for.
we're just gonna make it harsh in volume, but gate everything so it's just super tight and jarring.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just some guy, with feathered hair just noodling on a fucking mode.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess like as far as like 80s goes, it's like so much of like the hits I always thought just sounded like cheesy. Like it never really resonated with me. There's some stuff from the 80s I like some of the, like the Kate Bush albums from the 80s are good. When you get into like I guess like the beginning of like alternative rock, where you get like REM and Jane's Addiction, that stuff's cool. But then, like all that like Journey and
corporate rock.
Yeah, corporate rock. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like what's another one?
Foreigner,
Wham. I don't know. Wham's pretty sick.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, let's reel it back a little bit.
But I guess like the thing. But my point is just that like all those songs have been played like 1,000 times, millions of times. Just on the radio, when you go shopping, everywhere. That is like, it blows me away that's like music. Like my mom is somebody who chooses to listen. Like she'll go to her Alexa and be like, Alexa, play Journey.
So again. Crazy. Oh my god.
$5 from Howling Kenny Rogers. Rest in peace, Robert Duvall.
Oh, true.
Gone too soon. Rewatching Lonesome Dove today, and Gus wouldn't put up with someone smacking around a lady. That is true.
Gus wouldn't.
My granddad did do something funny one time. I mean, I heard about this because it happened way before I was born, but one time my granddad, what I was told is one time he went out to go buy a gallon of milk,
never came back,
and then came back 2 weeks later,
just for a bit.
And he didn't even have the milk.
Oh, well, he did, but he drank it.
Yeah, he was like, it's gonna expire.
Whoa, I got the receipt.
Yeah, I had to drink it. I had to drink it before it expired, but
it was already out on the way out when I bought it.
It's so funny to me that he did come back. I guess because I guess he realized there was nowhere to stay. Like he's like, oh, I don't have any money, so I guess I have to go
spend it on fucking milk.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have bought the milk.
Yeah, because he was never. Because that was what killed him. I guess was the
too much milk.
Too much milk.
He just wouldn't stop. He would go on these 2-week benders.
Yeah. He died of a vitamin D overdose. Actually,
my bones are too strong.
Too much calcium. Too much vitamin D. His bones got too dense.
I'm too powerful.
And his skeleton fell out of his flesh from drinking too much milk.
Dude, that generation of grandpas is just something different, man.
No, he when he was older, he eventually got disability from the Navy. I think he was getting like 100%. So he was getting these like really nice disability checks each month. And the way his life was set up was like he didn't really have like that many bills. He was living really cheap, and he had no responsibilities. I mean, he had
Sounds incredible.
Yeah, he had like at that point burned every bridge with anyone who ever like tried to love him. So he was just alone, and he was spending all of his like disability money on prostitutes and crack.
Well, sometimes you got to have a hobby.
Yeah, and he eventually he because I don't know if you can normally like die of a like an actual crack overdose. Like I don't know if crack is something you can overdose on.
I
But
would think so.
because he was an old man, he was like 68,
Yeah,
maybe
your heart's
69.
you're
You know,
nice.
he was smoking a nice big delicious bowl of crack cocaine, and it sent him into like a coughing fit. You know, he just started coughing a lot, real hard. And because I guess because he was so old and had smoked so much crack already in his life that like something ruptured when he started coughing and he just bled out from crack.
Well, not too similarly, but my grandpa died in a similar way of not being able to give up the vices, sort of thing. But his vice was saltwater taffy.
That's what's going to
And
kill me.
well, he got diabetes, and this is like the mid-90s, and they're like, "Hey, man, ease up on the sweets. You're gonna lose your leg." And he was like, "Okay, no, I not give up my saltwater taffy." He still would crush a bag a day. and then he lost his leg. And I remember
That should free
vividly.
up some space for more saltwater taffy.
But here's what's it's even better is his other leg started going, and they're like, "Dude, you gotta fucking stop." And he's like, "No." And I remember getting picked up by from preschool by my aunt, and my grandpa was in the car with her, and they were on their way to go to the appointment to check up on his other leg that's about to get chopped off. And as we're heading out, there's this giant bag of saltwater taffy behind my head in the back seat, and I just remember his hand just leaning back. Give me some of that. And I'm like, "Okay, Grandpa."
It is good.
It's great. I
It's a
love it.
nice
And
treat.
man was dedicated to his craft and lost the other leg and died of a beatus induced cardiac
Dude,
arrest.
he's just turning into a nub, and the whole time just cannot stop the taffy, dude.
Oh, dude, and again, love some saltwater taffy, so I get it.
I mean, I get it, dude.
He went, as Robbie said in the chat, he went on his own terms.
Yeah,
Like, I respect that grind, man.
That's
So sick.
That's such a great thing to be addicted to like let that kill you.
You know, your grandpa had crack and prostitutes. My grandpa just really loves saltwater taffy.
Yeah, dude. That's great. That's awesome. Because I've wondered that about myself. Like I love sweets, and I've always been scared that like if I don't like get my health in order, you know, is what's gonna get me if I, you know, can't figure out how to like, I don't know, become more physically active and moderate what I eat.
I gotta regulate this fucking meat suit Gundam, dude.
Yeah, yeah, like
I'm flying it right into the ground.
Yeah, because I could see that happening to me. Like, you know, a doctor having to tell me like you got to give up sugar, and I'd be like, I might just die.
I mean, it's a matter of balancing it out. What's worth it to you? You know?
Yeah, because I've eaten sugar-free candy before, and it sucks. I'm not doing that.
What am I, stupid?
Give me the taffy, dude.
Good shit. Come on.
Yeah.
My bass player, or he's one of my best friends too. Jimmy. He has a frequent line that he'll bust out when somebody's like, "Hey, man, yeah, you're still drinking like regular sugar soda or whatever." Like someone's giving a little shit on it, and he'll just be like, "Dude, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Come on."
Yeah.
Let me enjoy the sandwich, please. Everything is scary.
damn, dude, I did it's just to be like, I love taffy more than I like walking. I like taffy more than I like having legs.
Honestly, now hear me out. Kind of sick. You're on wheels from that point, so you're just rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And we built a fucking ramp to be able to get into his house.
Yeah,
So you had a sick new entrance to your house. People have to push you around.
that is cool. I just something about just the lack of shame. Just like, dude, just
Gone.
imagine having no legs, and
Yeah.
people think that you're like, oh, is he a war veteran or what? You know, and it's like, no, I can't stop eating taffy, and I have no regrets.
None. Not a crumb. He went out as he intended. And you gotta respect the grind.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the best you can hope for in this life is like to live it on your terms, and if you want to if you want to die by taffy, that's your
Live by the Taft, die by the Taft,
live
man.
by the taff, die by the taff, dude. Oh, nice. It looks like Michael, the chat and StreamYard's behind. I had to pull it up in
I
YouTube
noticed.
to see it. But it looks like Michael Hall got his Valentine's card from Lily. Nice. Yeah, Lily sent out. I don't know if they all got to everyone on time, but Lily.
I got mine early.
Nice. Yeah, Lily told me she was sending out Valentine's to people that ordered stuff from the website. By the way, if anybody tuning in wants to order the best merchandise in the internet, the website is bpnmart.com. Ka-ching, bing, 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 bing. Did you fill her up? We got it's the best merchandise you're gonna find for anything anywhere, and we got our newest item is the sticker pack. We got this the BPN Flash sticker pack, which features 7 high quality stickers. We got the Live Laugh Lev, the BPN flowers and money, Sumo Dog, always be
shout out Sumo Dog,
shout out Sumo Dog, Bang Bang Margang, Krill Tony, Cornfed Popcorn Bucket.
all the hits.
Yeah, that's, this is I got the stickers myself. They're great. Put them on your cups. Put them, stick them wherever you want. Your Lisa Frank, wherever you want to put them. We got shirts. We got the Cornfed magnet, Cornfed sticker, mouse pad. We got Lily merchandise. This is little drawings of Lily here. So we still got the rest in peace Crowder Boys. That's over. A new era has begun. But this is the limited, very exclusive. We're never making these again. These shirts. We still got the shirts. And we got some new shirts coming. I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but we do have some incredible new shirts coming. But folks, the website is bpnmart.com. And then the Patreon for this channel is patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Big things coming to the network.
Huge.
Ian, did you want to do some plugs real quick?
Yeah, I'll plug, man. Obviously, if anyone knows me, it's because I'm plugging my band, Holy Coast, at Holy Coast Band on Instagram, Holy Coast Band on really any socials. So support the YouTube channel as well. We're on YouTube. I'm also doing a podcast called Core Confessionals. It's just sort of, speaking of nostalgia, it's my own it's a little bit more on the serious side kind of podcasting, but it's sort of like my own therapy / historical retrospective of the time when I was predominantly a touring musician and signed artist, and just kind of like sifting back through and interviewing people from that time of all parts of the Christian metalcore industry, or even just the Christian music industry, or even just metalcore. It's just kind of going all over. Really cool conversations, but sometimes I am known to do a Friday night hang where it's a lot less serious and we get a little wild. I threw the old StreamYard link on my last stream and had Pandatron and Drew. And Drew actually invited his sister on, and we got some fucking tarot readings.
Yeah.
Which is funny because my bass player in that band that we used to tour with, also check out Settle the Sky. We're back together. We're making new music.
Nice.
But he was watching this. He started watching the stream, and then he had to put his kid to bed, and he had to do some shit. And then by the time he came back, there was 4 people on screen, and we were getting tarot readings. He just goes, "What?" He texts me. He's like, "What the fuck is happening? What happened?"
There's a big astrological event happening. Saturn return in Pisces is ending, and Saturn return in Aries is happening. So that and that's coinciding with the year of the horse, But I guess this is all like heretic beliefs. Because wait, what was I about to say? You were in a Christian music group.
Yes,
it's called Settle the Sky. You're back
Settle
together.
the Sky.
Yeah. So I guess that's a good time. Let's get the show started. Let's go ahead and get started.
45 minutes in.
I know people have been asking me to do because I had the conflict that I started to have, and it kind of just, I guess why I kind of fell off was that I'm trying to remember what the impetus was. I guess I was streaming with I think it was Drew Flores one night, and somebody just like did a super chat requesting a Bible verse. Just like it kind of out of nowhere. It was like, hey, read this Bible verse. And then I started I was like, wait, can I just like read Bible verses for money? And then I started talking about becoming like a stream evangelist, like a prosperity gospel streamer.
Dude, it's lucrative.
Yeah. And then I started doing like the Bible studies and all that. But then I was like, I guess after a while, I was like, well, what am I doing? Like, am I just like commodifying the Bible, the teachings of God? Even if it's ironic. Do what?
Get a little bit of moral kind of.
I guess it was like, well, even if it's like ironic, like with a knowing, tongue in cheek, or just like a thing of being like, I'm aware of what this is, and even if it's like self-aware, I'm still doing the thing that we all condemn, which is what these televangelists do. Kenneth Copeland with the private jet and all that. I guess the only distinction, the distinction is that I'm not rich. I've never been rich.
What's that like?
Yeah. and I'm not like trying to. I guess there is something to be said. Is like I'm not trying to obfuscate anything I'm doing under the guise of like, salvation. Is this what all those guys are just like? If you give me money, God will give you more money.
Yeah, the old Joel Osteen.
Yeah, and so I don't make that claim. If you give me money, I'll have
supporting
money.
the arts.
Yeah, if you give me money, I'll just have more money than I would have had otherwise.
A bill is paid.
Yeah. But people have been asking. A lot of people have been saying, "Hey, do more of that." We were enjoying that. And so I guess I will. I mean, I guess we'll do the Bible study. Because I gotta start like filling up the days of the days and weeks with streaming. Because I got another dude in this economy. I got another email today from a job I applied for that was one. We've decided to move forward with other candidates.
And you went,
yeah, and I
fire up the StreamYard.
I you know what? It's been so bad. I was glad that they got back to me at least. I was happy that I at least got an automated email saying that I didn't get the job, rather than what usually happens, which is I don't hear anything from anybody. I don't even get a rejection. So, I guess it's on me to create my own work. to be my own. Big things coming to the network.
And dude, you got the platform, honestly.
Yeah, but you have a lot of your background is in the church. You were
Yeah,
playing.
I was a worship leader after I got out of when that initial band broke up. Did a lot of cool youth work, lots of Bible studies. I know a little bit. I know my way around the word a little bit.
Yeah, dude, look at the font on this, dude. This is nice. Look at that. Look how big that font is.
Is that a King James?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah, dude, this is like this is a really nice little leather bound King James Bible. But let's go ahead and I just let the hand of God guide me here. I did not prepare for any of this.
Okay, all right.
In fact, I woke up like 30 minutes before this started. And I think this is like something happened that portended good happenings. I guess like maybe this was like something like a sign from God, or I don't know what you would call this.
Well,
But
there was a term for it, and a lot of time we would do when we do a Bible study, we would go based on discernment, and you would just because the whole idea of studying the word is more than just the paper and the book, and it's supposed to be like a spirit-led experience, and you just sort of just go on vibe.
Yeah, well,
you just kind of go. Well,
I was gonna say something happened like right before this that made me. It was like a spiritual feeling.
Okay.
Happened, like something happened that made me feel like, oh, like God is with me in some way. So for like months now, every time I take a dump, it clogs the toilet. I'm just
today.
Dude, I'm just hitting flush, just dropping flush stoppers every time I go to take a dookie, and it's been such an ordeal to every dump I take to immediately every dump you take. Every
SU
wipe, every you get it.
Chat, fill in the blanks.
Yeah,
you got it.
I'll be smelling shit. So no, so it's just every dump I've taken for a long time now, for days and weeks, months, has been just so arduous. Like I'll take I'll drop a doo doo wipe, go to flush, it's clogged, and then I have to plunge it, because if I don't plunge it, there's a chance it could. There was one time I just said, I don't want to do this right now. I'll come back to it. And then something happened where the toilet just overflowed. Like while I walked away, and then I saw water trickling into another room. I said, what the fuck is going on? And dude, there was just like, there was so much doo-doo water everywhere. It had broke containment in the bathroom, and it was just like,
it broke containment.
Yeah, dude, I just spent like the next 2 hours cleaning up doo-doo water.
Oh, dude. And
yeah,
you're just so mad at yourself.
Just like finding towels and blankets I could throw down, just anything to sop up.
All of it's going into the garbage.
Yeah,
none of it's salvageable.
Yeah, because dude, I'm not joking, dude. There was like an inch of doo-doo water, just like covering like so much square footage.
Yeah, dude.
And so that was like the one time I just didn't flush right away. So now every dump is when it's clogged, I gotta immediately grab the plunger and just and
lock in.
Yeah, I gotta lock in. I gotta. Yeah, and it can be a real chore. I mean, it could be quite the task, because it's like I'll plunge it, lift it up, it still ain't going down. Hit it, another session, it's still, and it can take, it's just it's a lot of work trying to get these turds to go down, and it's every dump I'm taking, this is happening. But I woke up I laid down for a nap, woke up about a half hour before this, and took a dump, flushed. It actually flushed. Didn't have to plunge it. And so that made me think that, like, okay,
how great is our God?
How great is our God?
Dude, what a testimony. Thank you,
I'm
brother.
not kidding. I genuinely was like, thank you, God.
Well, so like
the Holy Spirit is with me.
So what you experienced was really what David was experiencing in the book of Psalms. So there's a lot of Psalms where he's literally like, God, where are you? Why can't I find you? Why have you forsaken me? When will I be out of this pain, my Lord? And then like in the next chapter, he'll be like, no, never mind, you got me sick. So you lived the Psalm of just like cleaning up your like 1-inch deep shit water, going, why have you fucking abandoned me, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Everything's fucking terrible. And then tonight,
why must I endure this? What's the point of this?
Clean flush hits though.
Oh, man, it was such a good feeling. It actually felt spiritual. I was like, oh man, it actually flushed.
Right, put on that Shane and Shane. All right.
So, we can get started now.
Hell yeah.
Start the show.
Almost an hour deep listening to it.
But I just opened up my my big leather bound King James here, and let's see what we got.
Only Bible.
Yeah, let's see what we're working with here. I got it open to Isaiah 10. We'll just start there. Isaiah 10.
The Willing.
Do what?
Isaiah the Willing.
Isaiah the Willing. See, you probably know more than that. That's another thing is I'm not a Bible scholar, and I'm not too well read in the Bible. I'm not too knowledgeable about it.
No, at this point, most of it's gone. I'm just autistic at this point.
Okay.
You're just like, oh no, I remember reading that, and all of a sudden, like I'm like a sleeping soldier. Oh yes, I remember.
But I just opened it up here, so I got Isaiah 10 open up. Woe, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? Without me they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. So what is he saying so far? What is this? So what's happening here? Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. If you're going to decree a decree, it better be righteous.
He's hella righteous.
Yeah. I don't like it when people decree unrighteous decrees. I'm more of a righteous decree kind of guy.
Yeah.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So this, I guess, honestly, this is kind of reminds me of like a lot of this sort of a false Christianity that is. Isaiah is still the Old Testament, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's Judaism, but it's part of the Old Testament and New Testament is the Bible all of us Christians have anyway. But they're right there, right grievousness which they have prescribed. Kind of evokes in my mind this sort of like performative, the performative kind of I guess I'm trying not to make this. I guess it's political. Everything is political.
And they all intermesh, man.
But you see this so much with like I guess anybody that is like an opinion haver, like one of these like political, these like political guys. Whether it's, and you know what, when you think about both sides are kind of the same. But if I'm calling balls and strikes here, it's either side, left or right. That sort of the phenomenon of like if I'm reading this right, grievousness. What is grievousness? General grievous.
So can I give you a little backdrop of Isaiah here?
Yeah, because maybe I'm not understanding this right.
So you're kind of in the ballpark. So really, what that entire part of the Old Testament is the prophet Isaiah. He's essentially, kind of like the old tale of like Jesus going to the temple and flipping the tables and
sure
calling the Pharisees the whitewashed tombs of like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're it's all empty, So what Isaiah was attempting to prophesy to Judah was the time of judgment is coming, and this religion that you guys are building here is all false gods and bullshit, and you're essentially doing the prosperity. There's a lot of like fighting against false prosperity gospel promise shit, even in the Old Testament, even in old Jewish law. So at this point, Isaiah is just literally like screaming to anyone who can hear, like, the time is coming. You got to be willing to do the right thing here, because you guys are living false. And if you don't turn back now, you will reap what you sow. So there's a whole lot of that vibe.
Yeah, I get you, and I guess as where my head was at was just like so much of the I guess like the notion of like the salvation's going to come in some like what I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say here. It's like you got all these guys who kind of have these like constant grievances, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
about like whatever, the sort of whether it's immigrants and poor people or whether it's the oligarchs, the elites, the
bourgeoisie.
the bourgeoisie. Yes, yes. There's like but then salvation can only be brought forth by the way that is going to benefit me the most. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's why where I went initially was like politically, because it's like because I see that so much with like and I guess you see guys like posture as Christian much more on the right.
Mm-hmm.
But fundamentally, the same thing happens also with like leftist types, where you have like these guys like I don't know, like Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson's a good example.
Yeah, who talks about like, Christian values or whatever, but then he's his entire empire is built on grievance of like there's some like rot at the core of America, and the only thing that can save it is if you tune into my show and vote the way that I'm telling you to vote. That's what'll bring forth the prosperity. The prosperity.
Yeah.
But then that also happens with some guy like Hassan Piker, which is like, he's just all day, every day complaining, oh, the Democrats. That's and that's a whole other thing, like the distinction between leftists and Democrats. That there's a lot of people who think they're the same thing, but apparently left guys hate Democrats so much that I guess they in the last election they were happy as long as Kamala didn't win. Was so they'd rather just scorch the earth. They'd actually rather like there be a like day of reckoning than any sort of like contrition, or is that the right word? You get what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
But it's like his whole deal is also just like the only way anything can get fixed is if you do the things that I'm saying you should do.
Right. And
Is
that's
if we do, but then it's all the thing that gets me is it's all false. But whether it's Tucker Carlson or Hassan Piker, it's like actually as long as everything stays like uh turbulent, that actually benefits both. So it's like I don't, I can't trust that either one of you are operating in any sort of good faith or with any you know that you get what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's
No,
kind of
so,
anyway. That's kind of what this made me think of just now. That it's
well,
like
it's you kind of hit the nail on the head with it a little bit, because that's one of the many things that was, Isaiah is rallying against, because he's like, judgment's coming and there is hope, but it has to go with the way here, and you guys are going that way, and it's all politics, it's all false, it's just religion. And I mean, I personally have never been a fan of the Old Testament, like angry God shit. But hey, it's old Jewish law. It's pretty prominent in it. But he was just kind of like, there is a way of hope and redemption this way. However, if you are caught being a motherfucker over here, you will be judged and judged harshly.
right.
And dude, it is interesting because if I'm having a real moment here, like, I stepped away from the church a long time ago, but there are still parts of me that are like still drawn to the Christ-like ideals and stuff like that. And
Sure.
but also I do believe there is power in things like prayer, or I think there is power in things like studying ancient texts and trying to derive something from it. But like when you sort of sift through the entirety, even in the old angry God of Abraham era Old Testament, there's still a lot of interesting things that if you look back in nowadays, you go, oh no, we are living in like times.
Oh yeah, nothing changes. I mean,
yeah,
definitely,
nothing
it's
ever fucking
applicable.
changes.
You could transpose it to like nowadays, and it all still like
It's scary,
applies.
dude. It's scary,
Sure.
dude. Because you're just
I
kind of
guess
like,
I guess
oh,
there is
yeah.
like there is some sort of like I guess human nature. Or I don't know what where it's like just the I guess like the only difference is like the technology that people have access to.
Really, and it's just making us more like just it's I don't want to say it's like false idolatry, but it's also like we in this current world with technology, we're so brain rotted now that it's made us less human amongst each other, and so we're treating each other even more like fucking psychos, and we're even more against each other. I mean, you're looking at all these pundits, it's everything, everyone wants to have an opinion, everyone wants to post anything, everyone wants to be right.
Oh yeah.
Right wing, left wing, chicken wing, centrist bullshit. It's all, when you go boil it down, it's even biblical. I think this is a red letter. This is from the man himself, Big J, not Okerson, but Christ.
Mm-hmm.
A house divided against itself cannot stand. And and that's, I mean, it's wisdom is wisdom, whether you believe it or not. Like, no, it's true that the fact that everyone is so angry all the time, and there's money to be made by people's anger right now. There's a lot of separation. There's a lot of pushing. There's a lot of fuck you, motherfucker. And then now society's collapsing because we just can't get along.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I'm out of my depth here. I'm not a biblical scholar. I just read that off the rip. Like I just opened it and
No, but
just
hey,
I have not
you were
read
bold.
these verses in many years, and then I read that and I go, I don't even know. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to like in the moment dissect that and
and you
interpret
did
it.
well. That's why I think you need to give yourself a little more credit. Like, no, he's yelling at old rabbis, just going, "You guys are fucking doing this wrong, and the time is coming that you're gonna get judged for it. So fucking repent now, because you're ruining this town. You're literally leading people astray." It's about false prophesying. It's about
it feels
politics.
like there's so many. Yes, I mean, yeah, and that has not only has that not changed. It feels like that is like
It's on steroids now.
Escalated now. Yeah, it's like, dude, there's so many trying to lead us astray now.
And I think that's why we are living in like almost like end biblical times on steroids, because it's like instantaneous now, and everyone's got a fucking smartphone to film it. Our boy Shia LaBeouf.
Hey, by the way, free Shia.
Yeah,
let him be free.
Let a boy catch some motion. All right.
His BPD wife left him. You don't think? If that happened to me, dude, I'd be wilding out a little bit.
Down in Nolans.
Yeah, dude. If my beautiful BPD wife left me,
was it Mia Goth or whatever?
Yeah, they were married. Because that was always the thing. Is like, I guess she was doing a good job for a long time of somehow obscuring the fact that they were married.
Yeah,
it never really got
fighting
talked
this
about
today.
Yeah, no, it was always the thing. Like, they were married, and he's been on the outs as far as like the entertainment industry for a while.
Yeah,
and somehow
doing some weird stuff.
Yeah, somehow the people never really mentioned that she was married to him, but then I guess like turns out they broke up like a year ago, and now he's going kind of cuckoo from it. I mean, I suspect that because I watched half of that movie Honey Boy, and it made me wildly uncomfortable, and I had to turn it off because the impression that I got from it is that in the Disney days when Shia was a little boy child star, like a lot of those people, he was getting turned out, and I think that is like, like any of them has caused him a probably a fair amount of distress in his life, and so some sort of mental problems, cause him to become like a pretty chaotic. You know what I mean? Like I can only speculate because I was not as far as I know, at no point in my childhood was I ever raped by anybody.
Not off the top of my dome.
Yeah, like when I sit here and think about it, it's like I don't recall it happening. If it did happen, I've done a good job like repressing it to the point that I don't remember it.
Wow, shout out to my compartmentalizing.
Yeah. So so I've never had to deal I've never had that trauma, but I suspect that Shia LaBeouf has like a fair amount, like a certain amount of trauma that comes with.
There's a fair amount of being Shia LaBeoufed.
Even if he didn't get raped as a boy, he was like
hella famous, which
manipulated and forced pretty much by his dad to be an actor.
Right.
He was what was just like his childhood was sacrificed for Disney, basically. His dad, because his dad wanted him to be famous so he could, I guess, live vicariously through him, and
here's my retirement plan.
That would pay all the bills. I guess. I don't know.
You're go play Indiana Jones' son.
So I mean, I guess like given those circumstances, like you don't even really have to get raped at that point for that to like really mess with your head. But then, like I said, if you watch that movie Honey Boy, it kind of alludes to something happened to Shia LaBeouf when he was a young boy. sexually perhaps, that probably also had a profound impact on him. And he's probably that's probably been something he's had to struggle with his entire life since then. Now that does not excuse the tricky thing is that doesn't really excuse any bad behavior on his part. He did beat up that one black lady. That's
I
not
totally
cool.
forgot about that. Yeah,
I don't care. Look, I don't care how raped you were as a child. You don't get to beat up black women.
Come on,
just because Disney Channel raped you. You know what I mean? And so, but then the greatest harm done to Shia is that he met and fell in love with a beautiful BPD baddie, and then she left him. That's like, for any, I think like every guy who's ever experienced anything similar to that knows like the trauma and pain that causes when your beautiful BPD baddie, decides to cut it off with you. They like now she's not even going to stay in my life enough to toy with my emotions. She's now gone, just left completely.
So I'm going down to New Orleans and I'm drinking nothing but bourbon and I'm fighting everybody.
Yeah. So I think like Shia going to New Orleans and causing a scene and fighting people and
kind of a best case scenario.
Yeah, acting a damn fool is like totally understandable and like honestly reasonable behavior.
Understood.
Yeah. And he is a good actor.
Yeah, he's into it, man. He's one of those method actors.
Yeah, I mean that's
he
kind of annoying.
Really loves doing it.
That's the funniest thing about like the whole method acting thing, especially with him, is he was in a movie where the character had just a ton of tattoos, and he actually got the tattoos, and the movie bombed horrifically. Nobody saw it. The only reason anybody would know about it now is because any picture you see of Shia LaBeouf, he's got a bunch of like bewildering tattoos where it's like, why do you have these? And it's like, oh, a character I played in a movie had these.
He was so dedicated.
Yeah, because one of the tattoos is on his finger, and it says 071 Crew. And there's people like, the 2 nights in jail, did he get that? It's like, no, actually, it's so much more embarrassing. He got that because a character he played in a movie was in prison. And he thought he was going to do the full method thing.
No, I'm actually there. I'm in the crew.
Yeah. But
my head is shaved. I'm saying questionable slurs.
Does anybody in the chat have a Bible verse you want me to read, or?
Yeah.
I don't know. See, that's the other thing is there's a pretense to the stream. That was also one of the reasons I kind of like stopped doing it. Was that I feel like anytime you try to like have a plan or a syllabus of any kind, it can like disrupt the flow. You could just be like, I hop on stream, I start talking, we get the vibe and we flow. But then like
that's the best way to do it, man.
Yeah, but then this whole it became a thing where it felt contrived, And I thought I'd try it tonight because people have been asking for it. But now that I'm sitting here and I've read a Bible verse, I realize like, oh, I'm like stupider than I used to be. And so I can't like I'm not as good at like interpreting literature as I used to.
Well, so you also got to give yourself some grace here. Because, dude, one, you're reading the King James version, which is a whole lot of thou and if.
It's big print though. It's big font. Look at that.
Big font, dude, and it's so beautiful. If it's something that old Christians got right, is aesthetics, like old Catholics with the stained glass, beautiful work. Old leather-bound Bibles with the glossy.
Did you watch the new Knives Out movie that just came out?
No.
It takes place at a Catholic church somewhere in upstate New York.
You're like, God damn,
dude! The whole movie, I was like, dude, being Catholic looks awesome.
Yeah. When you're actually in it, terrible. But
no, I know, but I mean, just like
but the architecture, fantastic.
The visuals, yeah, I was like, dude, this is like so sick.
And some of the like the Catholicism and like things that are canon in Catholicism are in theory kind of sick or like pretty like even metal. You're like, all right, that's cool. It's got some teeth to it. That's fun.
Yeah.
But old Bible specifically, and that was something like my non-Christian dad was even like very much an advocate for. It was like, no, get the old motherfuckers with the leather bound.
It is nice.
Yeah, that's what it's quality.
I feel very scholarly because it is leather bound.
Yeah, and just like put a pipe in your mouth, fucking walk around your your place.
I love pipe tobacco. It is nice.
Get a little some puff.
It's
walking around with a leather bound. Ooh, you're
I mean,
so good,
smoking
dude.
a pipe is kind of like, I guess it's a little performative. Or I guess it's like, feel like smoking a pipe nowadays. It's not like it's not natural. It doesn't come naturally. I don't know if it ever did for anybody.
I wish it did because I genuinely love the smell.
I love the smell, I love the taste, but it feels like so forced to like, if I get a pipe with pipe tobacco and all that, it's
You're
like
trying to be a cool hipster guy.
Yeah, like who do I think I think I am? But then actually smoking is like, oh, this tastes and smells really nice. It's like very relaxing. But it is a lot of work. Like it's a real pain to keep that thing lit and to actually like smoke it the right way. Cause like it's tough to keep it going, but then sometimes like trying to keep it going, you end up like chiefing it and you just scorch your tongue because you're sucking on this pipe. But it do be tasting good. It's so much better than like cigarettes, at least. I don't know if it's better.
Dude, I haven't had one since 2022, but a Marlboro would just fucking fix me. There's sometimes, especially during like a really, 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 really bad work week, like this week specifically, like I'll end up sitting in my car and I'll get like that like phantom flavor in the back of my throat, like, oh, that would fix me right now. Just a pack.
Yeah, dude, I think about that. Like one of the most like, because if you've ever imbibed nicotine at all, like you know the feeling of a nice cigarette or a Zen or a vape, like any of it, right? And I think about like the most like harrowing and heartbreaking moment in any movie, like one of the moments in a movie that really resonates with me that like it is also like makes me feel like truly what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it's just heartbreaking, but it's also like a really terrifying notion. Is in the movie? Have you seen the movie Ghost with Patrick Peaceways?
Brother, absolutely.
You know the scene when the ugly guy who's not Jeffrey Tambor, the other ghost, Vincent Chiavelli.
Yeah.
When he's teaching him how to be a ghost, and he gets mad and accidentally busts open that cigarette vending machine, and then he bends down and he goes, "Oh, what I wouldn't give for a drag, just one drag." It's like, dude, that would be hell. That would suck.
Oh God, dude, I kind of live that hell because I'm not going back. I'm not gonna do it. But like, man, it on a real bad day or even a good day, ending your day with a fucking fat rip of that.
Oh man, and how good is it when you haven't done it for a long time?
Oh,
that first one back. Come on.
Lord Jesus, help me now.
Yeah, the I'm like right now I'm trying to give up because I was I smoked cigarettes for a little bit and that's bad. So then I was vaping, just vaping a lot. That's also bad because it's like, who knows? It's Chinese. Who knows what's in them? And so I'm trying to get that out of my life. I'm trying to give that up. So now it's like,
What
I
vice
guess
do I have?
I guess now I'm full time Zen, and it
Zen
is.
is
I
in,
mean,
baby.
they got a new flavor called Mojito,
Ooh, is it nice?
and but the thing with Zens is like they hurt. I put a Zen in, and it burns and it gives me the hiccups.
Well, so I've only ever tried it once, and I instantly took it out because it was like burning my fucking. I was like a vampire. Like, it was like garlic. I was like,
Yeah, no, yeah, that's just what they did. That's part of it, and there's
no, I don't get pleasure from that.
but I guess it at least alleviates the fiending, like the thing of like, oh, I need a drag, I need a hit. But it definitely is like
Yeah,
not.
Dragula.
It's not preferable. It's like no, I mean, ideally, I'd have a cigarette. Can't have that. How about a vape? Nope, can't have that. Because I started to like recently. I just started getting really freaked out about my like breathing. I just realized like
Yeah,
all
like
these
right
like
now.
issues. Yeah, I just realized all these issues I was having like with breathing. A lot of it due to being fat, but then also like, well, the vaping probably is not helping.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like really causing myself a lot of anxiety and like panicking because I couldn't. There was like several days ago, I was just like out for a walk
Right.
and I couldn't pull in like a full breath. Like that feeling when you breathe in and like you're breathing, but it
But
doesn't
you're
feel like
like,
your lungs are filling
no,
up all the way.
that was compromised. Something's
Yeah,
wrong.
and then I just like started hyper fixating on it. I started panicking.
And then you're gonna breathe worse.
Yeah.
Gonna...
Yeah. So then I was just having a panic attack. And then at that point, like I couldn't breathe at all. And I realized like, all right, well, I'm fat for the time being until I lose the weight, but at least like something I can do to mitigate this while I'm working on dropping some of this weight is I could at least try to cut out vaping. And so yeah, I switched to Zens because I just was like, because it's also something where I'm like not. I got to sleep. I think I have the sleep apnea because I don't like. I wake up probably 20 times throughout the night. I don't sleep because I just stop breathing, and I wake up in a panic and I'm dizzy.
Yeah,
and and I'm like confused.
Dude,
I think it's
I will say there is hope in that when you do drop the lbs, like you can drop enough weight to get out of apnea world because I was at my heaviest in like late 2023 and I was like almost 280 pounds, but it just sat unhealthily. Like I couldn't tie my shoes without getting out of breath.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am.
And that and like so it was, and I was sleeping like shit, and people I'd be dating at the time, they'd be like, dude, when you lay on your back, it is like a fucking war. Just like face purple, no oxygen to my brain.
I cannot sleep on my back right now.
Yeah, no, we're like, dude, you're like the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
to
if
be able
I,
to
because my only options are either on my belly or sitting straight up.
you just like getting the pillows all set up, just like
Yeah.
oh.
Which
But
I might try that tonight. Just a nice, just sitting up sleep.
dude, honestly, or on your left side is supposed to help a little bit.
Yeah, because then something else that'll happen that's really scary and harrowing is like if I end up in a position where I can't breathe effectively, I'll start breathing through my mouth. And,
You start psyching yourself out.
if you breathe through your mouth for a long time, like if I'm asleep and I'm breathing through my mouth, it dries up everything back here. So there was one morning months ago that I woke up and I was like in a I was terrified because I thought my throat was closing up. I was like, oh, I'm dying. And oh shit, I'm frozen. Hold on. Damn it.
Oh no. Hey. Hi guys. Just me. How are we doing in the chat? Even though it's super delayed here.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, there he is.
Anyway, so yeah, I thought I was dying. Because like it was a feeling like there was like something blocking my throat.
Oh.
And yeah, and I was trying to like hawk it up, but I couldn't effectively even do that. I would drink, and I went to drink some water, and I couldn't even I was having trouble swallowing, and I was like, oh, I guess this is how I die.
This is it.
Yeah, and so I like rushed to a doctor's office, but then because it wasn't like an actual emergency room, I just ended up, while I think I'm dying, I just end up having to sit there for like 30 minutes waiting for a doctor to come, waiting for the nurse to come tell me to come in. And in that time, it kind of like dissipated a little bit. And then I was like, so fucking stupid. Why am I even here? Still, I feel fine now.
Dude, go ahead. Sorry.
But he did examine me and turned out I did have strep throat. So I guess
surprise.
This is a good thing I went to the doctor. But he told me, he said what probably happened, like why you felt like your throat was closing up, is like, you breathe, if you breathe through your mouth, it dries up everything back there. So because that's happened to me like one other time since then, and I panicked then, but then I was like, no, I'm not dying, I'm just fat.
Dude, I had a literal moment like this at my heaviest a couple years ago. So I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like maybe a little after 3:00, and I had the most, like, obviously as you get older, you have like new sensations and new pains.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just part of just getting old. But like when you register a new pain, we're like, oh, that's different. Oh, that's not good. I had a just sharp stabbing pain in my chest, and I was like, fucking
better have some taffy to deal with this.
Honestly, I'd rather lose a leg than a heart. Oh god. So I'm like thinking I'm having a heart attack, and so I literally call my mom. This is how not logical my brain was. Rather than calling 911, I was like, "Hold on,
call
I
your
gotta take
mommy." I do. Yeah, I do the same thing.
No,
I call your mom.
I called my mom, and I was like, "Hey, I gotta drop off my kid because I gotta drive to the ER. I think I'm having a heart attack." It's just what? Like, no, I'm driving to the ER. I gotta drop off my kid. So here you go. And so I dropped my daughter off, and I drove to the ER. That's like 25 minutes away from where I live. And it's just stabbing. And in my head, I'm just going, dude, I ate myself to the other side. Like, I've gained so much weight. I'm dying. It's finally happening. I'm, like 34 at the time, and I'm like, this is it. And I get to the ER, and the second you say, "Hey, heart attack, please," and they're like, "You're right in the front of the line." So they pulled me in, and they start testing, like getting me hooked up and just making sure I'm all right. And they take my blood pressure, and they're like, "Well, it's not appearing that your heart sounds normal. Your blood pressure's fine. It's a little elevated, but I think it's just because you're freaked out." They poked and prodded me a little bit, took some samples, and nothing was crazy happening. And the doctor was like, "Okay, let's just get a chest X-ray just to cover all our bases here, because all your blood work's saying that your heart is fine."
Right.
So I get a chest X-ray, and I sit and wait for the results for like another hour and a half, 2 hours, losing my mind of like, dude, I'm fucking old and fat and I'm dying. And he comes in and he goes, "Well, good news. Your heart's totally healthy. Everything looks great. But I think I found the culprit. It appears that you pulled a muscle in your chest. I have a belief that you have sleep apnea."
Mm.
And apparently I like was not breathing at one point, and I just like jolted myself, and I literally pulled a muscle in my chest. So I $2,000 ER bill, and
you don't have to pay that. Don't even sweat that.
no, brother, you think I'm fucking paying that? Shit, no, but like a 4.5 hour wait just to be told, you're fat and you slept weird.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Like that hasn't happened to me yet, but whenever I do, whenever I'm, brought back away. What am I trying to say? I'm stumbling over my words right now. Whenever I stop breathing in the middle of the night, that's what happens. Is I jolt awake.
Yeah,
like I stop breathing, and then I'm like,
your body freaks
at
out.
Least,
like,
yeah, at least biologically, everything else is functioning. That's like, wake up, you're not breathing, and then I like throw myself out of bed because I stop breathing.
Right.
Fortunately, I haven't pulled anything doing that yet, but that is like that is what happens. Is like I said,
that's a real low. I mean that.
Yeah,
I mean that was.
But that happens to me like 20 times a night. Like I'm just like not even well rested because just all throughout the night I'm constantly like jolting myself awake because I have stopped breathing.
Right.
And it sucks because there's no like quick fix for it. It's like, oh, I have to lose weight.
Yeah, but I will say though, so I lost over 60 pounds. I've gained plenty of it back. But when I dropped to my lowest, it was the best sleep I had gotten in like a long time.
Yeah, that's what I gotta. Yeah, I gotta get.
You'll get there, and you're on the grind set, baby.
Dude, I've been exercising. I've been eating a lot of apples.
Yeah, dude. And you're glowing. Your skin looks healthier. So, I ain't just fluffing you, man.
Thank you. I would like to get fluffed.
Hey. Fluff with some super chats. God damn, y'all.
It's a bad show. Is financially speaking, if people vote with their dollar, they voted against me.
No, Dalton, it's against me. It's not you.
No, it's not you. Here's the thing: is as long as I showed up, we showed up.
Hey, you know what? We clocked in.
We put forth an ad. Yeah, we clocked in. Because, dude, I saw today that Kai Cenat
4 months.
He hasn't streamed in 4 months, but he has paid subscribers, and he's been making $250,000 a month.
Makes you want to just fucking blow my shit smooth off.
These animals. Dude, I go full Kumia, dude.
These animals.
Like that, dude. I'm right in the Kumia course. Like he doesn't want to work.
4 months.
4 months. That really upset me. I was like, dude, people are just like still paying for your whatever it is he does, and you're not even doing like the low effort bullshit you usually do. Like it's already like this. Whatever he does is already something that's like requires nothing. It's like mindless drivel. He's not even doing. Well, I don't know. Who knows what he's up to, but that's so upsetting that he has taken time off of a job that's not even a job. Dude, I got the hiccups.
All right, what are some of the old tricks here? You gotta. Do you have a light above you can look at?
I gotta hold my breath.
Don't shoot yourself. Oh my god. Oh, I think it might be curing him. I think you're on the other side, dude. Three, 2, 1. Ooh, that was a big one.
Let's try this. We got Luke chapter 12, verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings? That's so true. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings?
In this
And
economy,
not one of them is forgotten before God, but even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Well, that should make you feel better. That like I'm more valuable. I have more value than like a bunch of sparrows.
yeah, maybe that's a real good self-esteem booster.
Yeah, that's
because especially a sparrow by itself, kind of a generic, boring bird.
Yeah, so it's like even 100 sparrows. It's like I still have more value than
Dude,
like
I'm crushing it.
1,000,000 sparrows. I'm still better than.
I don't know. 1,000,000 sparrows is kind of a lot. Well, reel it in a little bit. I'll give you 100.
Yeah, but that I guess but that is that's motivating. If you had like a ton of sparrows, it's like me as a person, I'm worth more than all the birds. Also, I say unto you, whosoever shall confess me before men, him shall the Son of Man also confess before the angels of God. But he that denieth me before men shall be denied before the angels of God. And whosoever shall speak a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But unto him that blasphemeth against the Holy Ghost, it shall not be forgiven. And when they bring you unto the synagogues and unto magistrates and powers, take ye no thought how or what thing ye shall answer or what ye shall say, for the Holy Ghost shall teach you in the same hour what ye ought to say. Amen.
Follow the Spirit.
So what do we learning there?
Do you want the context?
Sure.
So you said this is the from Luke, right?
Luke chapter 12, verse 2 through 12.
So the interesting thing about Luke, so Luke historically was a big homie of Paul, and he was also like what would be considered like a physician. So he was very more science minded.
Mm-hmm.
And part of Luke's testimony is really kind of still kind of being himself and kind of like he's very intelligent, but he was really huge on the power of Christ, like very much into the power in his forgiveness and giving the yoke, and following him. So that was he was like science man turned Christian testimony kind of thing. But like he was really big on just emphasizing the giving all kind of just giving all your burdens sort of thing. That was sort of like one of the big themes he really hits on.
Okay.
But I don't know what the hell he's talking about all these birds, but let's talk about your self-worth.
5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings, and not one of them is forgotten before God. So God remembers every
small
transaction, in which sparrows are purchased. How many sparrows and for how much? God does
God
not
really,
forget that.
he really cares about bird economics.
Yeah, God does. He keeps very organized books on bird commerce. You know,
Yeah.
and so I think that's what he's saying there is that anytime any number of sparrows is purchased for any amount of money, God has records of those transactions.
Yep.
But I think it's also saying that, like, you know, God is knows all and see. He's, you know, God knows what's up with everything. So even like the hairs on your head are all numbered. God knows how many hairs are on your head. He knows all the birds that are being bought, and he knows all the hairs on your head.
Every single goddamn one.
Yeah. So whether it's feathers or hair, he knows what's
You
going
better
on.
watch out. You better not cry.
Yeah. But then, you know, he says here though, fear not, therefore ye are of more value than many sparrows. So like, even though, you know, don't sweat it that God is like paying such close attention to all the sparrows. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get weirded out.
Yeah, don't let that make you think
people have
that
interests,
God
okay?
cares more about the sparrows than you, or even as much. It's just that God is aware of all of this, but that even though God is keeping a watchful eye on all the birds being bought, you are still more valuable than the sparrows and the farthings used to purchase them. As like a child of God, you know.
Yeah. We are the bride.
Yeah. And so, you know, when you confess Christ before other men, you'll also confess before the angels of God. So it's like you'll be accepted into the kingdom of heaven, I think is what's being said there. But if you deny Christ, you'll be denied.
If you say nay nay.
If you whip and nay nay, you will not get into heaven.
Nah, you don't pass the vibe check, Chief.
Yeah, but even if you speak against the Son of Man, so if you say bad things about other people, that that can be forgiven. That's water off a duck's back. But when you blasphemeth the Holy Ghost, that is unforgivable. That should not be forgiven.
Dog.
But I think with that, that doesn't mean like if you just happen to blaspheme, here and there. I think it's like if you refuse Christ completely, like if you deny Christ, that will not be forgiven. But if you accept Christ, then you have to make a concerted effort, I suppose, to not blaspheme. But you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
I think that's what's going on here. Yeah, you just, I guess what's saying is everything is being said is like, as long as you accept the Holy Ghost, and confess Christ, you accept Christ, and it's like not even, it doesn't matter how many sparrows are bought for how much money, or what anyone asks of you. The Holy Ghost will provide for you what needs to be said and done, and what you need to say to people. Right? I think that's what he's getting at here.
I feel it, brother. I feel the spirit is alive in the room. Brother Dalton was speaking.
Yeah, I think I understand it. I mean, it is that whole chapter just now is basically, I think, what it's getting at. And you know, if you want to like translate this to even like a secular life, it's that, you know. So first off, let's you look at it through the lens of like you know, a disciple of Christ, right? Is that if you accept Christ and confess Christ to everyone and walk with Him and the Holy Ghost will you'll know what to say and you'll know how to act.
Because it'd be walking with the Spirit.
You know, you know, as you go through life, you know, you'll have God with you, guiding you, and that way you'll never be you'll never question. You'll never have to like question like what's the right thing to do or right thing to say in any moment, because it's like the right thing to say is that Jesus Christ is our Savior. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's, you know, it's the, you know, it's having a like a belief system. It's like having that kind of belief gives you like a roadmap for how to yeah, just how to navigate life, you know, so you remain steadfast. That it's like, yeah, there's a whole big scary world out there where, you know, birds are being bought and sold every second.
For ridiculous prices.
Yeah, for 2 farthings even sometimes. 5
Crazy.
sparrows for 2 farthings. And this, I mean,
this is kind of
the inflation, you know, the price of sparrows is off the charts right now. But it's like that, you know, that shouldn't like concern me or that shouldn't like be, you know, cause me to falter in any way, because it's like no matter what, no matter how expensive sparrows get, you know, I have the Holy Ghost with me. You know what I'm saying?
And we're so I always a lot of the like Christian references that I have are through the worship music, because that was my main thing. And there's a song called "Where You Go, I'll Go," and it's "Where you go, I'll go. Where you go, I'll go. What you'll say, I'll say." And the whole song is about being so united with the Holy Ghost, with the Spirit, that you are not your own, and essentially just when you are under the hand of God like that, doesn't matter with these ridiculous bird prices, doesn't matter who you're standing before, you are being led by the Spirit. You are Spirit led, and it will lead you to a far more prosperous life.
Mm-hmm.
Not with money or riches, not with birds, not with birds.
I think, well, you know, it's just like when you have purpose, when you have like a purpose in this life, it's that you know, you even though like you know, you may not have, you don't have all the answers, or you know, you may still um I guess, you know, when you have when what am I trying to say? I guess it's that, yeah, when you have like a almost like a divine purpose. And in this instance, look, we're Christians here. It's that I believe in Jesus Christ. He's the Son of God. He's our Savior, and He will lead us to salvation. It's that this big scary world it's nothing to me. I'm confident that the Holy Ghost is with me at all times, and so I'm always you know, steadfast in that, and I never have to, even though like, you know, the events that are going to occur, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what anyone's going to ask of me or what I have to do. You know, what tasks are going to need to be done, you know, in that way. But I always know that like what to say, which is that Jesus is the Son of God. He's our Savior, and He walks with me. You know what I mean? So it's like that gets me through all the things. I guess there is something to that like when you do have like any sort of purpose in life that you're able to like filter out all the distractions or all the just all the detritus that could gum up the works. You know what I mean? It's like the sparrows.
Yeah.
Like it's like nowadays. It's like five sparrows nowadays is going to cost you so many more farthings than even then. But
Like
it's like
50,
no matter
50 farthings.
Yeah, no, it's like regardless of like inflation or the economy or how unaffordable everything is, it's like I walk through this life with purpose and faith. And so I need not concern myself with like all this other all these other things, because I know that I'm saved.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
All the things in life are just chaff in the wind.
That's about right.
Here today, going tomorrow.
You get what I'm saying? That's about what's being said there.
Brother Dalton, I hear you.
I don't know.
I see, Brother Dalton, I see your spirit.
I do. I guess I do need to do some version of this like more regularly, just like reading stuff and like actually trying to dissect it and interpret it, because it is like what I spent all that money going to college for. So
might as well.
Yeah. I don't want to do anything that like makes a Colin mockery.
Great improv.
Great dude.
The best, actually.
One of the best. I don't want to do anything that makes like a mockery or is like yeah, you get what I'm saying. I don't want to do anything that is like feels as though it's mocking scripture or that it's like
right. No, I get it. You still have a crumb
disrespecting.
Yeah, because you're raised right. You're raised to be a good boy.
Yeah,
and
so I'll figure out what I'm gonna do, because I do need to do more stuff. That is in the age of content and the age of doing stuff on the internet. That's my job. That's what I do have to like clock in every day.
You're a content creator now, bud.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy I follow on
Rab
Instagram.
AI.
Yeah, there's a guy I follow on Instagram. It's an AI generated rabbi named Rabbi Goldman, I think, who says that
perfect.
The Torah teaches us you work 6 days a week, and that's a mitzvah. And so it's like I need to stream 6 days a week at least to do the mitzvah. You know what I mean? There is a super chat here. Drew Huntley, Numbers 9-inch chapter divorce. It's in the Bible. What is he saying?
Numbers chapter 9.
Numbers chapter 9. I guess. Oh, it's so hard to find the. Oh, I had it. Come on. Numbers.
Come on now.
He said, but Numbers 9-inch. And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season in the 14th day of this month. Even ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof shall ye keep it. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month, even in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of the Lord in his appointed season among the children of Israel. And Moses said unto them, Stand still, and I will hear what the Lord will command concerning you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto the Lord. The 14th day of the second month at even they shall keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herb. Eat the body?
Mm-hmm.
And bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it unto the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinances of the Passover, they shall keep it. But the man that, so wait, they can't eat pork, but they can eat like dead bodies, like corpses, like human corpses? No shellfish, but you can eat a rotting corpse.
Yeah, you don't want to let it go waste, brother.
But the man that is clean and is not in a journey and forbeareth to keep the Passover, even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he brought not the offering of the Lord in his appointed season. That man shall bear his sin. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you and will keep the Passover unto the Lord.
So it sounds to me that this is part of the Bible where Moses is talking to some folks in Israel, and they're like, they're trying to plan the holidays, and they're also like, yo, we also have this dead guy. What do you want to do with it? And Moses is like, hold up, let me talk to Top G real quick. Hey, Top G, what's the sitch? And God is pretty much saying, hey, well, here's how the schedule is going to roll out for your holiday. Also, this is Clean Plate Club, so eat the dead guy, and also some shitty bread.
Okay. Amen.
Amen.
Dude. That's the thing, is I guess I need to. It's hard to read something like just off the bat, and while I'm doing this and like, you know, be able to understand it and interpret it in any meaningful way. Like I'm just reading.
Dude, if we're keeping it a buck, the Old Testament's really fucking hard to do that with.
Dude, the Bible's hard, man.
The Bible's really hard.
That's another reason this kind of fell off, or I just decided to like try and do other things for a while. It was like it's so hard.
And it's also batshit insane.
It's a translation of a translation of a translation. So it's like I'm getting
things.
The language out. I'm reading, like the actual prose itself, is like almost indecipherable at times, because it's been, you know, like passed back and forth between all these different tribes and cultures. You know, where it's I don't even, by the time I'm reading it, like.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, what is it that that I'm even reading at this point? And then just like with that, it's also just difficult to understand.
Well, that was one of the hard things with Bible studies, especially when we were trying. Dude, I gave up trying to study the Old Testament, and we just moved to the New Testament.
Because it's like I can read the thing is, like, I can read big, dense, hefty books and understand them. I went to college for that. Yeah, I get that. But like reading scripture, like reading the Bible, because it's like it's not only foreign, it's thousands of years old, and it's been translated so many different times that I feel like the language itself, like the actual words I'm reading, are like, you know, confusing.
Oh yeah, no, like, so one of the interesting things about the language of Aramaic in its written form, there's no punctuation or spaces. It's all just one ongoing thing. And the trick of Aramaic is, depending on where you pick and prod what's being said, context can be completely different. And so you have this really old, weird language where context is really hard to get. And then translating that to Latin, and then from Latin to fucking Greek, and then, then the Romans got a hold of it and they go, oh, nope, no, I don't want that part. I don't want that one. No, that's kind of gay. I don't want that either.
I bought a book once like that. It was like an experiment in form. One of these like postmodern, like some MFA graduate books. Some lady. I forget the author's name. The book is called Duck's Newbury Report, and it's a book that's like kind of an experiment in the novel, in like a novel itself, because it's all one sentence. So it's like 1,000 pages, and it's all just one run-on sentence.
Oh, I would fucking kill myself.
Unbearable, dude. I read like maybe 20 pages of it, and I said,
you're a far braver man than me.
You're trying way too hard to do something different. Just write like actual sentences.
I don't know what kind of avant-garde bullshit this is supposed to be, but I'm just saying I've seen it done better.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it at a bookstore, and I said, "This looks neat. Like, what a fun little experiment this lady's doing." And I started reading it, and I said, "This is why women should not be allowed to write books."
What?
Yeah. Drew Huntley, $5 says, "I read the Bible in character voices. It helps mostly Jiminy Glick voice."
So God so loved the world, and He only gave His begotten Son.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm sorry, everyone. I thought I wanted to try and bring back the Bible study, but I just don't know if I'm good at it, or if it's maybe it's something I need to prepare for. Like actually, like read a book of the Bible and have like something ready or whatever. But then it's like
do a little book report.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes honestly I feel like I'd rather just hang out and talk about whatever.
Yeah, but that's the magic sauce that you found.
That's what I'm saying though. Is
you don't want to get away from the sauce.
And that's the spirit of Zip Zap Zop. Is just
you're living in the moment, man.
You get together with your boys, you get together with some friends, you start yammering, and then you stumble upon like something special, but then like having like a plan or any sort of pretense can be
you're pure anarchist, dude.
Yeah,
structure holds you back, man.
It's not that. It's just that like trying to like do anything is tough. But just having
brother,
you know what I mean? But having like a plan or some like notion of what you want to happen can like hinder
it can be restrictive.
You can be restrictive. Yes, that's what I mean. And it can feel like very forced,
and then it like takes coming the passion out of it, and then you're just kind of phoning it in.
Yeah, that's why like people ask me all the time, like, what do you talk about when you do these shows with your friends or whatever? Like they'll ask me like, what is the show about? And I go, I don't even know, like nothing, I guess.
Just gabbing. Just a couple gals gabbing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's an experiment in filling time.
Well, I will say so. I don't know if you'll take this as a compliment or not, but I think one of the biggest things that I've thoroughly enjoyed with all the podcasts that you've appeared on lately, I mean, like with this, and then with the Arena of Ideas, and just there's, and I know like on your Saturday Cornfeds that Dave's really been trying to hammer in some bits and some
and I've had people reach out to me about
that. Well, also people can also be fucking curmudgeons too, but I think the best moments of me as a listener and also the best times I've had on an episode are when things are just fucking raw and open and just also like getting like the on the Patreon for the arena when I was on like last week or so. We turned that motherfucker into almost a 5-hour banger.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it was good. Folks, please be sure to subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, you don't want to miss
Arena of
shit like that.
Ideas. Patreon.com/the Arena of Ideas. Yeah, we had a good time on that one. That was fun.
Yeah, that was an episode where it was no script. It was just boys hanging out, talking shop,
just hitting it raw, dude.
Hitting it raw, and then the climax was just, the last hour of us going, wait, you fall asleep to YouTube videos too?
You also like putting on watching YouTube videos?
but you know what? That's relatable as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, since that episode, and I've just had it like kind of casually brought up more in my daily conversations, like at work and shit like that. It was a really good breaking bread point because people are like, "Oh yeah, no, here's my recommendation." Like, I had fuck. Hold on, I'll pull it up on my YouTube right now. So, are you familiar with? Maybe I can't remember where I got this from, but I've been shown this before. But there's a YouTube channel where it got it's the handheld cat videos.
Yeah, I showed you that.
Yeah, and that was the Gack Head.
Yeah,
so,
the guy, he's got that like 1999 Sony like DV camcorder.
Yeah, so like I don't know if this is the same guy, but the account's name is Gack Head, and he has these videos, and they have those fucking captions like the title is like "Don't ever forget that I love you."
Oh hell yeah.
Dude, my fucking coworker sent that to me. He was like, "Dude,
awesome.
we were talking about that shit." I'm like, "Okay, can we get a compilation of all these in like an 8 to 11 hour video that I can truly utilize my YouTube Premium?" And
dude, I also be watching a lot of like Vietnamese pimple popping videos.
Oh, you're horny for that shit,
dude. There's a spa in Vietnam called Sac Dep Spa, and they post every day. And it's just this lady, Tui. I don't know how you pronounce. I don't speak Vietnamese. It was like Tui Trong, I think is her name. And dude, people in Vietnam, their skin is fucked up. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
But she
something in the water.
Yeah, but the technique I don't think is like healthy. I don't think like any dermatologist would say that it's a good thing. A good way to deal with like blackheads and acne and stuff. What they do, but she just goes in with like a little X-Acto knife and stabs each one and then squeezes the shit out of it.
And you're just like, yeah,
that's a dude. I'll put that's another like Betty by time. Like, let's go ahead and let's watch some.
No, I can't do that.
Dude, they're gnarly. Some of them are really disgusting. I got to find the right zits, because like. Some of these people have like that cystic acne where like it's like looks like a wounds all over them. I don't like those, but when they got a good when she hits a good patch of blackheads, and she goes in,
when you get a gusher,
yeah, those are nice. And then the other dude, another good one is when they got what are they called, steatocystomas, and it's like these big fucking lumps under the skin.
Yeah,
so she'll like squeeze them so that they kind of like rise to the surface. So she's like squeezing whatever this thing is, and she goes in and bang, and then this like oily like yellow goo like ribbons out, like it goes like zigzags out of there.
Dude, they just made my dick go so far inside my body,
dude. No, it's awesome. It looks so cool when she hits a real thick steatocystoma.
Oh god, dude, I can't do that.
Yeah, so those
More
are
power
cool.
to you, dude. And they ain't my bag. That's ucky. That's ucky for me.
I mean, this lady does it for a living, dude. She get all day, every day. She clocks in for work. She's stabbing and squeezing zits.
Women be loving that shit though.
Women do be loving that. They love like women are like they turn into like chimps when you got like a bunch of fucking zits on your back. Like, ooh, let me pop these. Which you're not supposed to do. Dr. Pimple Popper, Dr. Sandra Lee says that if you have any like acne or zits, don't pop them, but you should wash them and use a salicylic acid on them or some whatever shit she sells, She's selling
whatever
something.
shill she's trying to.
But I guess that because it is like if you go in and try to pop them yourself, you could it could cause like scarring or whatever. But these motherfuckers in Vietnam, they don't care, dude. She's going in stabbing them to open them up and then squeezing them, and it's like, dude. And then, dude, these people will just be like bleeding everywhere.
Oh no, that's totally normal and fine. Yeah,
yeah, dude. I've seen her, dude. I was watching one the other day where she hit this one. This guy had one on his earlobe.
Oh,
she stabs his earlobe. And dude, he's just like gushing blood. Dude, he will not stop bleeding. And I'm like, dude, if I paid for this, I'd be so mad. Like,
dude, do you have fucking leukemia? Why are you still bleeding?
Yeah, I'd be like, lady, you just like you cut my earlobe off.
Oh Jesus, dude, I can't do that shit at all.
Yeah, dude. So I don't. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens as I do more streams. I gotta, I might just like just do more Cornfeds, just hanging out, talking about whatever. I don't know.
I mean,
we'll see.
What I will say, what I've noticed with, which also shout out to the Cornfed and Arena of Ideas fans and friends, who hop over onto my streams sometimes. First and foremost, thank you for being a lot more respectful when I do have a guest. That my last interview with my dude Tom, that was actually a really cool thing, and everybody in the chat was super rad. But two, something I did realize, is like kind of back what you were talking about, like when you make a formulaic plan of like, okay, I'm gonna pull up some articles, we're gonna talk about some news, we're gonna do this, and it was sort of like stiff. But the second I just went, you know what, boys, here's the fucking StreamYard link, let's just fucking talk, let's yak it up. It was a great, dude. It was the best fucking time.
Just letting it flow like a river, just being natural.
Sounds very Buddhist.
I feel like segments and trying to like actually do stuff. Yeah.
Are you listening, Dave? You fucking listening, dude? Think about this, Mr.
Sometimes I mean, having like a plan can like stiffen everything up. It can feel like just disruptive to the natural flow of a conversation.
And honestly, I don't think that's what the people want.
Because I mean, look at what we did. You and I, we were gabbing for like 40 minutes, and then I said, "Oh, I guess I did tell people I would do the Bible study again." And then it's like, "Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing."
This sucks. Actually,
it's so hard. So it's like
it's just my day, like my internal monologue every day. I'm just like I get to work. I'm like, I suck at this. Actually,
yeah.
What the fuck am I doing?
That's That's me every day. Is like, am I good at anything?
And
I just feel like I guess not. No, I don't know how to do shit.
Well, all right. Give yourself more credit there, buddy. You're doing a lot, and you got dedicated viewership.
I'm grateful, dude. The people are very supportive.
A lot of people on the page.
Dude, I did something so stupid today. We'll end with this because everybody loves crypto.
Oh, here we go. PETA.
No, I played this so poorly. And it wasn't even, it was nothing like severe or terribly bad, but it made me feel like such an idiot. So I put it was just $20. I took $20 and I bought this one. It was a meme coin. Here's the thing: meme coins are transcending. They're no longer just memes. They're tokenizations of utility or something. It's like I don't know like what the right word would be for what they're turning into, but it's not just memes anymore. It's more just like the way a stock represents a company. There's now like these like tokens that represent something else. So I guess it's like buying stock in something that's not a company necessarily.
We're all on Kashi now.
Yeah, we all on Kalshi now. And so I took $20 and I put it into this one coin called Lisa Loop. And the picture was a Lisa Simpson with braids. But what it actually was,
my first thought was Lisa Loeb.
And what it was somebody had developed a autonomous, like an AI that plays poker, like online poker.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
And any money it wins playing poker is redirected to the meme coin itself.
I mean, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah, and so it's this like autonomous poker playing AI. And I put $20 into it, and then I just like went back to sleep. And when I woke up, it had skyrocketed. It jumped, and it was like I go from 20. I had like $90, and I said, "Oh, nice, this one's doing good." I just put my phone back down, went back to sleep, and then the next time I looked at it, it had plummeted, and then it was down to like $30. And I said, I fucked that up. And so I just went ahead and sold it, cashed out, and then just like tried to find the next thing, and then just ended up just losing everything. Just like then I started like panicking and trying to like win it back, winning back the money that I should have cashed out on. And so then, it was all then that 20 had become 90, then became $3. But I said,
it's
what?
Soul crushing.
No, hope springs eternal. Not all hope is lost. So I took that $3. I put it into something. What did I buy? Something. It was like a Chinese dog wearing a hat. and then I doubled the $3 to that turned into $6. And then I took that $6 and put it into a something called Push to Exit, which is a penguin standing at the top of a staircase. It looks like it's the end of the Truman Show, and it's a penguin. It's a penguin walking out of the Truman Show. So I don't. Oh, you know what? I guess it's referencing that Werner Herzog documentary that was like going viral because there was a meme coin at that time.
Penguins are.
Yeah, there was a meme coin then
terrifying
called Penguin that like took off. Where it had gotten to like a $100 million market cap or something crazy like that. And so there was all the in the crypto sphere, everybody was talking about this fucking penguin. So now there's like a derivative. I guess this is like a derivative of that, where it's the penguin is leaving the Truman Show, and it's called Push to Exit. So it's the penguin pushing the door open or whatever. So anyway, so that $3 became $6 from the Chinese dog wearing a hat, and then I put that into this penguin thing, and now it's $7. So I think I can win that all back.
You're back up, dude.
And you better get that back to 90. But that was just like a play that had gone poorly. Everything else is fine. Not really. The whole market is like completely nuked right now. And I have lost a considerable amount of money on paper. I haven't sold anything, so I haven't lost anything yet. It's all, still unrealized. But dude, that one trade, I could have turned $20 into $90, and instead I turned it into $3. Now it's $7. I'm gonna win it all back, and
Anything's possible.
That's only, and by the way, that's only possible in crypto. You can't do that on the stock market. You can't do that in any other like financial sector with any other financial instruments. Only in crypto can you turn $3 into $7,
and then hopefully back to 90,
and then get back, and then win back your 90. But I do have some promising, dude. The one I'm really excited about. There's an artist. I forget what is the artist's name. Let me see what this artist's name is. And this is the cool thing about this. Like, people have derided me in the past about my fascination with all the meme coin stuff. People have castigated me for this, saying this is stupid.
relentlessly even.
You're a dumb idiot for liking this. The thing that like interests me about it, or the potential I see, is like, I guess like being able to, I guess the word they use is tokenize. But to be able to tokenize like
Token Tony eyes
stuff, to basically like turn things into stocks that's not necessarily companies or corporations or businesses, right? So it's like this one is like the tokenization of this guy's artwork, and the artist, his name is Kawhi is the artist's name. Let me see if he has a Twitter. Yeah, his Twitter is I am Kawhi, IAMKOWAI. But he has a character that he's drawn called PETA, and it's Peter Griffin, but he's anime.
Oh, those memes have been popping up so much on my feed.
Those memes are dude, it's so viral right now, and it's like this artist is like, this is a character he's been working on as anime Peter Griffin, and so. And so the meme coin for that one is still trading like pretty cheap, but it's been holding steady, and
it's about to pump.
The community, it's got like a huge community, like 2,000 people in the Twitter community for this, and I guess like, and this goes back to what we were saying with scripture. Even it's a matter of faith and conviction. Is really what I think is like. Fascinating about all of this is that when you have enough people come together to say, like, we believe in this, like, for whatever reason, this is like something that we believe in, then just through that faith, it becomes something more. It like transcends, and then you make money on it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's like, it's like an interesting.
You're walking with the spirit through crypto and meme coin.
Yes, and it's a study in like faith and conviction, saying like, we like this Kawhi art, this artist Kawhi, and his character PETA, which is anime Peter Griffin. And we're going to invest in that through this meme coin, and collectively together will this into existence, like through our will, make this into something greater than it is currently. And I think that's beautiful because, it gives it's a glimmer of hope. In a world that's like more and more
morose,
where we are more and more like subjugated to the whims of corporations and oligarchs, and it feels like our future has been like taken from us by Palantir and all these like sinister malefactors. Yeah, each day that goes by, you read the news, you say houses are becoming more unaffordable. Nobody has a job. Inflation is run amok, and the money is becoming worthless. It's starting to, there's a lot of despair. There's a lot of like feelings of hopelessness out there, but it's, it doesn't matter. It's just, it's like to concern yourself not with the cost of sparrows.
Concern yourself whether PETA is pumping.
Is it have faith, like believe in something. And when you have belief, when you have purpose and conviction, then you know what to do, or you at least you have like a something. You have something.
Hey, dude, you turned that 3 into a 7.
Dude, yeah. So that's what I guess. Yeah,
that's water and wine, baby.
But it's like I understand when people. I understand like people's reservations and criticisms of like, anything really, but when people like criticize like crypto and especially meme coins and all that's like, I get it. This all seems ridiculous, but really what's happening is like at least something's happening where like regular people are coming together and saying like, all right, how do we collectively join forces to combat a hostile system that feels like a world that feels like it's
falling into chaos.
Yeah, that's like crumbling around. How do we join up and make something for ourselves,
and when you paint it like that,
it's
kind of a powerful thing.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it that feels like if you're asking me like the ideals of it, like
you're doing something.
What is the best ideal of all of this is like people taking back some semblance of control for our lives as our lives have been like sold out from under us in the interest of like whatever these corporations want or whatever. That's like, okay, well here we've come together and we got this thing now, and we're gonna like, just because we say so, because we've all put our heads together and believe in this, we will make this real. And so I guess that's also something that Christ teaches us. Not really though, because Christ is the actual Son of God. But I guess it's more about just like, the belief is the thing. Is that if Christ just came to earth, lived and died, and that was it, then there would be no teachings there would be no like gospel. The gospel is like the reason that he did that. And people would go forth and tell everyone, and everybody would have this belief, and that's why. So that's why like Christ isn't like centralized, doesn't exist in just one building or place or anywhere. Christ is in all of us. That's why it's where what is the thing where there's 3 or more, there's a church. Because it's not like you have to go to the actual church. It's just like it's the people that come together and have this faith that makes Christ real, that makes that allows him to be with us. And so it's like, I guess like that's the root of it all. That's like the fundamental that's like the foundation for everything. And so that's how you can. It's one way. It's a way to think about things. It's like you take that sort of a foundation. You say, okay, and then if enough of us believe in anime Peter Griffin, that's one way to combat inflation and a worsening job market and rising unemployment and unaffordability is that if enough of us come together and say, this anime Peter Griffin is going to be something spectacular, and we believe in it and tell everyone about it, then it is, and as we disseminate more and more anime Peter Griffin, PETA, to our fellow man, it then flourishes. And that's all, and that's also what happens with the gospel. So it's like that's one way to think of scripture. Is like that's the foundation for everything. And then you can apply that to everything you do in your life. And yes, and that's what we're doing here is crypto for Christ.
That's what I was gonna say. Your ability to, well, I should say the Christ to crypto pipeline could only be done by Dalton Pruitt. Like, no other person. Nope. There's only one. From Christ to PETA. There's only one.
Dude, it's sick artwork. It looks cool, dude. Dude,
pull it up.
Yeah, we'll wrap up with this. Let's take a look at some of these Peter Griffin. PETA. By the way, this is not financial advice. I can't in any good conscience like tell anyone, yeah, you should buy this because there's always the risk involved. So it's like, do your own research, not financial advice. And then if you never invest more than you're willing to lose. But I would never like recommend anyone buy anything. It's up to it's your discretion. I just think this looks cool. So this is the guy's page. I got his Twitter page pulled up here, dude. This guy's awesome.
I bet it fucking rules.
He's like he's got a big following. 91.
Me in high school, dude, right there.
91.5 thousand followers. Like he's an artist of note.
While you were talking to girls, I was studying the blade.
So this is PETA as a I believe the anime is called Solo Leveling, and this is him as like whatever that character is. And he says, "Hey Lois, something is rising, and it's not my level." And I think that's like implying, it's an innuendo that his penis is becoming erect. And then I think this is a reference to One Piece.
Yes.
King of the Whitebeard Pirates. So this is PETA if he was in One Piece.
This is incredible.
Oh yeah, here's another one. Yeah, PETA. Yeah.
Let's get some sexy PETA.
Whoa.
Yeah, my God.
This is Fujo PETA. PETA in some sort of homosexual relationship with a bunny man.
Love it. Love it.
I'm
a new man, Lois.
This one really got me.
Oh yeah, the fucking little shorty shorts, dude. Oh
yeah.
My God.
So yeah, I really like that one. I'm bullish on PETA. And that one has been doing good. So even though I had a bad play today with some side action, I do think PETA is promising. But like I said, not
PETA's the salvation, dude.
Yeah, I guess I sit around thinking like, why life got to be so hard? Like, why does it seem like so much of everything is like rigged against us nowadays?
Why is everything on hard mode?
And it does seem like with crypto is like as annoying and obnoxious as like the crypto bros are, like the perception of crypto. I totally understand like why people are put off by it because like these guys they suck. But it does seem like there's at least a concerted effort being made by people to subvert the like the system somehow. and take back some like control over our lives, our futures.
Right.
It's like so we it just feels like more and more we're live are becoming more like subjugated by Palantir and various corporations, and it feels like our lives are just like becoming much more like restricted due to like forces outside of our control. And so I think that's like the cool thing about like whatever the experiment is that is cryptocurrency. But who knows? It could
Hey
also
man, crypto's punk rock now. I get it.
maybe it could be, but it also could end up being that crypto is also just another part of that system. Who knows? It's like so often it's like any attempt to subvert the system becomes subsumed by the system. So that's also you see it happen in music, you see it happen in movies with any sort of like art form, and then any sort of rebellion is then like consumed by the thing it's rebelling against, and is like assimilated by it, you know. And that's why you go to like like if you go shopping at like Target, they'll have like GG Allen shirts or something like that,
Yeah. I don't think we're quite in GG Allen yet, but like you'll have like a Misfits shirt there for sure.
Sure, yeah, you know what I mean.
But the day that Target throws out a fucking GG Allen t-shirt with his little fucking micro dick just covered in poop, maybe I will be like, you know what, maybe we're finally on the curve here. maybe we're back, chat.
And I'm not too much for covering myself in my own shit, but I
Well, you
do
know
kind of
what?
understand the impulse of like my penis is already so small. Why not make a spectacle of myself?
Have you watched that documentary?
Do what?
Hated. The documentary, it's called Hated.
Oh, is that your recommendation? Do I need to watch that?
Oh, well, yeah, it's the GG Allen, like the original GG Allen documentary when he was still alive.
Oh, okay.
It's from the early 90s, and dude, yeah.
Yeah, I've never liked anything about that. Like anything I've seen
No.
or heard of him, I've always thought like this
It's
guy sucks.
Yeah, he's an absolute piece of shit, but the way that it was filmed was like it was almost like a National Geographic
Oh,
sort of like.
I'm just saying I understand the inclination or the impulse of being like
My wee wee
I
so
have a
small.
really small penis, so I have
Bite
to be
it,
like
you scum.
bombastic in some way. I have to, really like do something like do I not even and not to even try and like hide the fact that I have a small penis or distract from it, but to I guess like make it so that my small penis is the least of anyone's concerns. That's
Or these turds that I'm throwing everywhere is actually the false flag to distract you away from my tiny
yeah.
wee
Then
wee.
it's like yeah. Of course I have a small penis,
So we're
but
past
now
that
I'm
now. Look at
covered
this
in
poop.
shit.
There's poop.
Yeah, so I get that.
And even from a creative standpoint, sure.
And I guess to some degree I have done that, but on accident because there was that time there was like however how many weeks ago we had Autumn on Cornfed, and I had a moment like that where I was like, oh no, she knows I have a small penis, and so then so I went into this like long um dissertation or a diatribe about how I right before that had gotten shit all over my nuts trying to wipe my ass, and I accidentally got shit all over my nuts. And I guess that was a way to I guess like take the heat off my small penis. Was like to go so far beyond the thing that was like bothering me, and like create a world where
it was a good evasive maneuver.
I've taken control.
Yeah, you are the captain now.
Yeah.
Look at my shitty nuts.
Oh man. All right, I think this was a good one. I appreciate you sticking around for this long, Ian.
Dude, we clock in. When we clock in, I think when we do episodes, it's like real blue collar.
We clock in and we lock in.
We lock in, and it's hey, we're working overtime. You know,
Yeah.
There's gonna be some ebbs and flows. There's gonna be an attempt at a bit, doesn't really stick, and then we spend a solid 30 minutes going. Like, should we have done that?
No, but yeah,
but it all comes back, baby. It all comes.
I do have a recommendation before we head out of here. This is the last thing. Safe Catch Tuna, I think it's called. I saw it at Costco recently, and I bought like a 6-pack of it. Yeah, Safe Catch ahi yellowfin tuna. Dude, this will spoil you on tuna. You're not gonna no more of that StarKist bullshit, dude. No more of that watery chunk light.
Yeah, whatever this fucking dolphin meat you're trying to eat, dude.
This stuff is too good. I opened a can of it to make me some tuna salad, and I took a bite of just the tuna by itself, and I said,
like, "Ooh,
I don't even need to make the tuna salad. I'm just gonna eat this like as is." So that's my hot tip for the week. That's my Dalton's delights. It's Dalton's delight for the week. Safe Catch ahi yellowfin tuna, lowest mercury of any brand.
Ooh, that's That's good.
Yeah. So,
all right. Well, before we tap out, I'm gonna pull up my YouTube algorithm right now, and I'm gonna give you 3 titles of 8-hour ASMR shit.
Okay.
And you're gonna help me pick where I'm gonna be going night to, because I'm a sleepy boy. Okay.
Okay.
This one from the YouTube account Made from Dreams. It is like this open, desolate cornfield.
Okay.
With the title, Calm Your Heart. Next, we have a 4-hour video called The Sleepy Physicist. If space has no edge, what lies beyond it? And finally, from the YouTube account, Sacred Echoes. I think they realized that we're streaming on something called Bible Study Revival. With the amount of 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds.
Oh.
Let go and allow the universe. Receive infinite abundance, love. And what's the other? It got cut off.
I think that's the one, dude.
Yeah, infinite abundance, love, miracles, and angel blessings.
Dude, that's the one.
Yeah. And this looks like a Journey album cover that your mom would fucking love.
Oh, yeah.
The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think we got a winner.
Yeah, that's the one, dude. And if you don't like it, you just watch a different one.
Because you know what? That's most of my feed.
Yeah.
I just hit the next button. Run it back.
I got my recommendation.
Ooh.
The one that my YouTube is recommending me is called The Ocean is Within, Ambient Dreamwave Calm Vaporwave Mix.
Dude, send that my way.
Okay.
Fuck the angel shit. Send that my way.
I'll let me see here. Can I copy that? Dude, I'll send you the link right now, dude. What is
you're gonna become my plug on this shit.
What is this channel? The channel is just Vaporwaves.
All right. Subscribed.
Why does it say the converse? Why is it? Oh, that's right. Twitter has this fucking encrypted shit. I'll send it to you later.
All right.
It's not letting me get into my chats. Okay, well, What riveting broadcasting, folks. Folks, check out Sleepy Time music.
On YouTube. Just type in sleepy time.
Yeah.
Oh,
$5. Hey, we got that brings us to 4 super chats. There is a 10-hour Careless Whisper saxophone solo YouTube video. Sleep away. Thank you, Joe DDD523. I feel like that would not help me sleep.
No, that would just infuriate me because I'd be
Yeah.
like, finish the fucking song.
Yeah, I feel like that would really like that would be like what they would do to as like an enhanced interrogation technique, as they call it at Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, that's definitely some terrorist torture
It's
device
just blast
right there.
that saxophone solo for 10 hours.
And then every once in a blue moon, just throwing on the lead part of the Seether version of it.
Oh,
God. Just to give you a crumb of like, wait, what?
There's a Seether version?
Oh yeah, there is a Seether version of Careless Whisper.
I know what I'll be listening to after this.
I mean, well, dude, fucking crank that shit up, bro. God damn, dude.
I love it when a rock band is like, yeah, we're gonna take a crack at it.
And I'm not gonna lie,
classic hit.
I will say it does rip.
Like the Disturbed Sound of Silence.
Oh god. The boy.
Yeah, we'll take a swing at this one.
We give it up. And honestly, kind of killed it.
It was like really popular there for a while.
Dude, there was okay. I had a little gay moment with when he did it like on Kimmel or something like that. They performed it and they fucking crushed it. I was like, damn, dude, new metal's so sick. Just to myself, like, yeah, dude, that's my generation right there. And then like,
I don't even care what he thinks about Palestine.
Oh, I was gonna say that, but then like 2 or 3 years later, he's like, here must sign this missile.
That was crazy, dude.
I'm like, no, why must all my heroes be shit?
Yeah,
he's also like 5'4" too.
I was just talking to Robbie about that last night, that if you like concern yourself too much with like who or what, who like any person or thing's relationship with Israel, you're gonna end up just not being able to enjoy anything. Right. It'll just like so limit your ability to enjoy stuff because like Israel's in bed with everybody.
Goddamn, dude.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, I know, David Draymond was signing missiles that presumably were then used to kill children. But
dude, imagine a homing missile fucking hitting you with that noise 2 seconds before it fucking atomizes you. Also, shout out to at Facio or Facia.
This one?
John Anderson, dude.
Dude, John Anderson's the man, dude.
I fucking love, dude. I love me some John Anderson.
Yeah, we were listening to that here.
Blow Seminole.
Yeah, dude.
We
were listening to that here a few weeks ago because I was hitting my 90s country playlist and
dude, time out. Like some of that shit, listening back to it nowadays, fucking just hit. I know we had a little moment.
Dude, that is where nostalgia gets me. Is if I go back and listen to like John Anderson, Kenny Chesney, Alan Jackson,
or like, and as much as fucking Tom Segura has ruined this man, Garth Brooks, the dance, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah,
better left to chance. Oh my fucking
God. that moment in time, like 90s.
Dale Earnhardt was still alive, dude. Injected to my
veins. I do get nostalgic for like whenever any of those kinds of
Jeff Gordon.
It is like, oh yeah, I'm weak to this. This is like the nostalgia I really cave into because it's like I don't know what was going on back then. I don't know like what kind of frequency they all got to with like country artists in the 90s, but it was just like really something special. I know there's some people who say it sucks, who are like, oh, that's when country died or whatever, but it's like,
no.
I don't think
Dude,
that's when country truly lived, dude.
That was the swan song, honestly. I think 90s country was like apex of that trajectory. And then it turned to pop country in the 2000s.
It's really bad now. And
it's
like nowadays that like if you want to listen to country music, you can't
try that in a small town.
Yeah, there is no like popular country that's any like all the big like Nashville stars are unlistenable. I can't, I don't even understand the market for it, because it's not even country really. It's just like some variation on like pop and hip hop but they sing with a twang. So it's like you definitely have to go like digging and find the stuff that's actually good now. And I mean, there are a lot of good artists.
Tim McGraw,
dude.
They ain't Toby Keith, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, and it's like nowadays, it's like, you know, you do have guys like Sturgill Simpson, Jason Isbell, Margot Price. What's that lady's name? Sierra.
Now hold on, Sierra Farrell.
Yeah, like these are all good musicians, but it's like they're not ubiquitous. They're not like the acts that are getting like a lot of airtime or big in Nashville. It's like they all develop their following just through being good and people talking about them or whatever.
Honestly, Sierra Farrell would just hit my fucking timeline like the fucking Twin Towers, dude.
Like I started seeing
early like folk, like she would be like in a trio playing outside, you know, in front of like 30 people. Like those videos started circulating, and I was like, because I'm a sucker for some fucking bluegrass, really.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, that like
I'm trying to remember when did I first, because I feel like I found out about her recently. And
which also her cover of she covers a John Anderson song that fucking rules. The song Years.
Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah, I don't know. I started seeing her stuff recently. I went and listened to her newest album, and I was like, this is awesome. So it is like, yeah, country nowadays is like whatever the culture is that is country music sucks. But there are good country artists. You just have to like seek them out.
Because those artists are tapping into the old shit. They're not trying to do the turn the radio up and then we're gonna.
They are like evolving the sound. Like it is distinctly of like the here and now. Like it's very current music that is influenced by the stuff.
Who the fuck is Shabuzi?
Yeah, dude, Shabuzi.
What the hell is this, dude?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but there's something about like you listen to a guy like Tyler Childers, you know, he's one of the guys I really like, where his stuff is definitely, you can hear the influence of all the country artists of yore, but it also sounds very current. Sounds like very
that's a good
modern
balance. I can respect that.
You know,
but you ain't peaking 1992, dog.
But I mean, dude, yeah, that was just such a special time, dude.
When fucking Shania Twain really hit that fucking.
Dude, we all felt like a woman.
Well, I'm even talking like fuck, I don't even remember the name of the song of that.
Oh yeah.
That song fucking comes on, dude. I'm fucking fuck man. Ew. I turned into a fucking just misanthropist and let her fucking like just man hating, just like she feminizes me, dude.
Yeah, and that that music for me also is like the music I associate with, because that's what was playing when I was like, the time in my life when I had zero responsibilities or any care, not a care in the world, because I was like real young, real little, and I just remember like that was what was always playing, either in the house or in the car or whenever we go places, and it was like you know, just in my mind, being a happy little boy,
Dude.
listening to honestly a song about like how everybody dies. But I guess not really, time marches on. Time
Dude.
marches on.
But you're just like 6 years old, just
like, yo, this bangs.
Ooh, come on. Or like looking longingly out the window, like pretending you're in the music video.
Dude, when Toby Keith died, I was actually in bed crying watching the music video for I Want to Talk About Me.
I cried. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I'm watching this ridiculous fucking music video that yeah, just like, oh, I can't believe he's gone, dude.
Dude, so it wasn't country for me. So going back to what you were saying about like that specific, like I am a kid in the back seat of my parents' station wagon kind of era. That was fucking Phil Collins for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, like Genesis and then Phil Collins. Like, so anytime I hear Phil Collins or like old, like late 80s Genesis, like I'm like a sleeping soldier, dude. Just,
Yeah, I found Phil Collins later. Like, obviously, I'd always heard "In the Air Tonight." That was like the big hit. It wasn't until I was an adult that I went and like listened.
Oh
to
yes, this is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Like as an adult, I went back and listened to like early Genesis and then late Genesis, and then like his solo stuff, and just
He's
being
incredible,
like,
man, unstoppable,
dude. This guy, yeah, just being like, this guy's like a genius.
And like so many of the later records just made to pay off fucking divorces, dude.
Really?
His agreeing to do the Tarzan soundtrack was and he admitted this on Behind the Music. He was like, I was really in some tough times.
Well, he brought it. He really brought the heat on that Tarzan.
Dude, he put his full Felicity into that, dude.
But yeah, I was like blown away when I went and listened to like early Genesis, because I was like, and I know it's Peter Gabriel singing, but I still was like, I can't believe this is the same Phil Collins
ripping on drums.
Yeah,
just progging it out, dude.
Yeah, it's such like a different sound with that early prog stuff. Because then like when he takes over, there was like this that like later on when he becomes the lead singer of Genesis, but then he's also got his solo thing. There was like a moment in time when basically there was two Phil Collinses that were both doing kind of the same music.
Double dose of the PC, dude.
Yeah, because like if you listen to like Genesis, like Invisible Touch, and then like what Phil Collins, the solo Phil Collins was doing at that time, it's like, what is even this? What's the distinction at this point?
It don't matter.
I ain't complaining.
And not a peep out of me. I'm in the back of the old red station wagon, just Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right.
Yeah, but I came to all that when I, was an adult. I found because I had a friend of mine. He's dead now.
R.I.P.
Clint was his name. He, like, I didn't even get it at the time, but he would always talk about like how awesome Phil Collins is. I'm like, Phil Collins, like, fucking In the Air Tonight. He was like, dude, I'm telling you, Phil Collins is the man.
Let him cook, dude.
Yeah, and so he was the guy I met just doing open mics in Dallas, and then that was what got me to go listen to Phil Collins. I was like, dude, Phil Collins is the man.
Honestly, he has so many bangers, and then like there'll be songs where you go, dude, I forgot that this was a fucking hit, but this also was a hit.
Yeah,
like Another Day in Paradise. Like I hadn't heard the bow, 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 bow.
Oh yeah.
Think twice. Just another day for you and me. Like I hadn't heard that song in so long, and then it started popping off on TikTok. And that beginning synth, like again, like Winter Soldier, dude, just fucking woke right up. I was like, oh my god, this was also another banger.
because he had so many. You forget some of the lesser known bangers, and you're like, no, that's a great song.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Phil Collins.
Yeah,
And he's one of the also like heroes of Norwood. That motherfucker just rocked male pattern baldness and really like made it work. Like where it's that's why like I am fortunate enough to have a luscious, voluminous, bountiful, full head of hair.
yeah. Look,
It's like
dude, these hairlines, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
But you look
killing
at a
it.
guy like Phil Collins, and that's why like anytime I talk to any of my friends who are like really self-conscious or sad about their receding hairline, I'm like, you have the blueprint for like what you know the having the confidence or the ability to really make the Norwood work for you, whatever
Dude,
level you're at.
just short, balding, frumpy British guy, but having the most swag ever
Dude,
of a white boy.
singing and drumming at the same time looks like it's probably hard.
Dude, he's
You have the little headset.
Oh man, dude, I can barely play guitar and sing. I can't even fathom that.
Hard.
Dude,
I remember when I was in high school thinking like most high schoolers, like I'm gonna learn how to play guitar. I'm gonna be a rock star.
I'm gonna rule so hard.
Yeah, and just never really getting that good at guitar. And then like when I realized like, oh man, I have to like not only do I have to like figure out how to get good at guitar, at some point I got to figure out how to like play and sing at the same time. Like, this is so hard.
Nah. Dude, I'm 23 years in playing music. I'm still at that point. every day where I'm just like I'm practicing guitar, just going, this is hard. Why the fuck am I even doing this?
Dude, it's so hard. I never and I guess like maybe there's like certain people who have a knack for it. I guess like each person has their like abilities that they're just naturally better at than others.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Well, no, I mean even you. Like I feel like anybody that's like able to create and play music with any proficiency has like probably has a knack for it, just like something natural. And like you practice and all that to get to like hone it in and develop it. But well, what am I saying? I guess we all have our blessings.
We all have our blessings. We all have our gifts.
You know what I mean? It's like unfortunately, when I tried playing guitar in high school, I was able to, I guess, like understand it like in the abstract, where I was like, I think I like understand like the fundamentals of how this works, but I never could like put it together in any like. I was always I never could like. Maybe I just didn't practice enough. I don't know. It always eluded me.
Well, I think there's a threshold of interest where, not to sound dramatic, but for me, playing music was life or death for me, because it was sort of like I was not in a great time in my home at that point, and then also I was, not to feel like I was getting so bullied in school, but school fucking sucked,
Right?
and so like that pushed me to find that outlet. And dude, my born talent is stubbornness. I'm not inherently gifted at singing or playing an instrument, but I was so desperate to fucking get into something that just took me out of places. So you just kind of end up just doing that shit and stubborn yourself.
That can take you really far. So a lot of times that takes you farther than just natural talent, because people with natural talent, feel like they can coast. They don't put in the work.
I've played with people like that, where you're in a session with them and they're really talented at what they do, but you can tell that they're just kind of phoning it in and not really like listening. And you're just kind of like, what a waste, dude.
Right.
Like, fucking make shit not just fucking like, oh yeah, I just like, dude, I had to spend so many years sucking to even barely get a crumb of that. Oh,
Right.
old man yelling at clouds. these YouTubers who post videos of them being way better than my instrument.
Yeah.
They're like,
I wonder if I have a passion like that. Do I have
podcasting,
streaming? Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
no, you're great
definitely comedy felt like that for me. But then when I'm at a place now in my life and have been for a couple of years now, or just when I don't know, yeah, when everything fell apart for me, when I suffered my mental break, and then in the preceding years, I have had to like reevaluate, I guess, just everything, and be like, I don't know, just try to figure out like how to live life in a way where I don't that never happens again, and that is like still fulfilling or whatever. Because I was so caught up, and I was definitely one of these people that was like obsessed with doing comedy.
Gotta do spots. Gotta go.
Yeah, and definitely had a passion for it. But then I don't know. Something consumed me to the point where I went nuts. And I mean, I guess I did bring that upon myself with like copious drug use. But I also, when I came out of that and was like just at rock bottom, and I was thinking back on everything that had happened, I was like, man, I was living my life in such a like delusional, destructive way, even without the drugs. Just like pursuing this like really
it's an insane dream.
Yeah, it's an insane dream, and it's so like ethereal, like it's so just like not real, And and then I was caught up in this like, I don't know.
I think you get that whenever you pursue any art,
right?
Whether comedy, music, photography, whatever.
You have to be. I guess you do have to be like kind of delusional.
You have to, because you're attempting to make a reality things that are fraught with concepts, imagination. You have to have like some level of psychosis to be like, no, this is that. I'm the fanciful, crazy dream world I have in my brain. I'm going to attempt to make it in this world.
Yeah.
You have to be psychotic.
I'm going to impose myself onto reality.
Yeah. All the crazy shit I got going on up here, now it's all your problem.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what? It's like somehow through that kind of that delusional thinking, I have manifested it to somebody, and it's only going to get bigger. Big things coming to the network.
Big things coming to the network. I mean, you have people consistently coming in, hanging out.
It's awesome.
Every stream.
It's so cool that anytime I show up here and go live, there are people that tune in, and I'm really grateful for that. It's not good every time. There's sometimes that these are, maybe not as good as others. But it's cool that there's people who tune,
it's all good just the same.
An audience.
Exactly.
And each one is a snapshot of that moment in time. And it's we gather together, we create something, and then we go and create something else the next time.
And hopefully that next time it flushes down the toilet.
Hopefully my turds stop clogging the toilet. So yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Not fucking shitting a brick and destroying your toilet is a beautiful thing.
And this one was not bad. I'm not saying this one was bad.
No.
I'm saying sometimes they can't, It's varying degrees of quality.
Sometimes, no matter the quality, it piles up regardless.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the nice chat here, dude. Like, we want you to be happy and people not to be mean to you.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not. Look, I appreciate it. I'm not fishing for. I don't know. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Michael Hall. Like, we want to see you succeed.
Oh man. All right.
Oh yeah.
I think we're done. I think this one is.
Hey, 314, brother.
Pie.
Yeah, we clock in.
Yeah. So check out that tuna that I told you all about. Safe catch tuna. The ahi yellowfin. It's really good stuff.
Please listen to my bands.
Oh yeah, listen to Ian's bands.
Holy Coast
and Settle the Sky.
If you want a little bit more heavier stuff. Also, please subscribe if you're not to my YouTube channel at Core Confessionals. I am doing another Friday night hang. And my bass player in Settle the Sky, Mike, he's going to join me. And we're just going to be shooting the shit and just reading goofy shit and looking up dumb videos. So come hang out. Please Venmo me money, please.
Oh yeah, please give Ian money.
Help.
Help. All right. Yeah, and I'll be back tomorrow for on the Arena of Ideas channel. 7 p.m. Eastern, unless that changes. But yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, Arena of Ideas, 7 p.m. Eastern.
7:15 for Robbie.
Yeah. But thank you to all y'all that tuned in live, and thank you to all y'all that are watching this after the fact. I appreciate it. And
we're ending on 3:16. Let's go. Jesus is King.
It's over. Good night. God bless.